Monsters. I think I'm gonna watch this tonight. Oh yeah. Shout out to the fans. I got the hair rocking. I got my nice shirt on. I'm feeling quite stylish tonight. What's up, guys? Fears. Audience, fears. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing bloody fantastic, my friends. Big shout out to the fans. All right. Well, I've got mega news. All good news. All good news. I had a date tonight. First date in 4 years. I thought it was 5 years. It's not 5 years because you can't count the year that I was dating someone. You know what I'm saying? So it's 4 years. So 4 years from when my last relationship passed. So it's 4 years. So 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and now since it actually is 5 years. 2020, 2021, 22, 23. Yeah, it is. It is 5 years. Excuse me. I need to change that in the title. It is. Excuse me. I had a brain fart. It is 5 years. So if you counted the year that my last relationship passed, 2019, whenever it ended, then it would be 6 years. So excuse me. I had a brain fart there just for a second. My bad. But yeah, I had a date tonight. So yeah. So I apologize for my brain farts. Let me open up the chat here. Fart. It is 5 years. It is. So I will change that. What's up, Carmine? Good to see you. Fresh haircut, new shirt, doing the math. Hell yeah, buddy. Well, listen, I pretty much already knew the math. I just had a brain fart for a second. I know, trust me, I know how to add. So yeah. But yeah, it was pretty good. Now, you're correct on some of that. This ain't a new shirt. I just haven't worn it in a while. I was going to wear the other shirt, but since I wore that other shirt to church, I thought, all right, I'll just wear something else. So, yeah. But it is a new haircut. You got that right. I was doing math, so you are correct on that. But this is not a new shirt. It's a newer shirt, but I haven't worn this shirt in about 2 or 3 months. I think the last time I wore this whenever, I think I went on one of my Disney vlogs. So, yeah. So, it's been a minute. It's been a while. One of my past Disney adventures, I think. So, yeah. What up, Richie? Good to see you, my friend. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to everyone. How was the date, my friend? The date was great, and I'm going to get into that. But we've got 3 topics tonight. I'm going to review my date, and then I've bought some new movie props that I want to show you guys. And then I've got a list of new movie props that I want to tell you what I want to get. And then I meant to do this last time, but I was just too tired and I didn't do it. I'm going to try and pick out the top 20 worst movies Fears has ever seen. Now, some of these go into that category of they're so bad that they're good, but that still counts, though. They were a bad film. So, yeah. Yo! Doom! What's up? Tinder Immortal, Skeleton, or Stackaton. I'm just going to call you Skeleton. That's a lot easier to say. Skeleton, what's up? Shao Kahn, what's going on? What up, man? Have you heard about The Turn? I don't know what that is. What is that? What is that? The Turn. I don't know what you're on about. But Doom, I'm definitely checking out your YouTube channel, and you got some interesting movies up. And I guess the newest video you put up was The Turn, Steel Toe Morning, show melts down. Okay. I like your mask, though. Your mask, Doom. That looks pretty cool. I guess you were wearing this I guess you wear this mask on your live streams or your videos, and then you got a lot of presidential videos up, and then let's see what else. No contact stuttering John, whatever that is. And then a bunch of other interesting videos. So there it is. And I like some of your backgrounds. And then Tukey on Perry something. So you do a lot of interesting videos. Then you have a clown video that says, what is Venezuela? And you had clown makeup on. So I'm just checking out your channel right now. A lot of interesting stuff. Then you got a South Park video up. And then you got, it looks like some Disney character like in his bedroom. That's the thumbnail. I don't know. I don't know what movie it's from, though. I don't recognize that Disney character. I know it's a Disney character, though. So, and then, let's see, a video on Stuttering John. I don't know who this is, but interesting stuff, my friend. Interesting stuff. A lot of different type of things. So, yeah, let's see. What up, Tinder Immortal? She says, yeah, dude. Visions is in the house. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Visions, did you see that picture that somebody put in the Discord? I think, who was it? I think it was Yakov. Me and Yakov get along sometimes. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It's a constant battle with me and Yakov's friendship. But I think it was Yakov. Yakov put a picture of my head on Gothic King Cobra's body. And he said, this is what Fears would look like if he was Gothic. And, no, wait, I think it was, hang on, let me just go to the Discord and find out who it was. Because I saved the photo, because I'm going to upload that on my Facebook with all my other memes. I've a lot of my favorite memes I put on my Facebook. Some of my family members have been like, Fears, what the hell is this photo of? And I'm like, some of my YouTube haters made these, so don't get mad at me, guys. I didn't make this. And then my family, my friends understand. Some of them are just so funny I can't pass up. And they're like, another meme, Fears? And I'm like, yeah, another meme. So I think they're used to it now that I put memes up on my Facebook. But let's see. I don't remember where it was under. Maybe it was under... Oh, no, I think it was under memes. Hang on. Let's see here. Was it under... No. The dude made El Wardo meme with me with a long mustache, and then he's saying that I use a wad of cash for strippers. I don't go to strip clubs anymore. I mean, the last time I went to a strip club was like... with my buddies like 3.5, 4 years ago. So, it's been a long time. It's been a minute. I don't remember where that picture was, though. Hang on. Let's see here. Somebody made it. I saved it on my phone. Hang on. Oh, where is it? Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find it. I just don't remember where it is. Let's see here. I'm going through the Discord right now. But did you see that photo, Vision? Somebody made me like a goth or something. I can't find it, but I wish I could find it to tell you guys, describe it more. But essentially, that's what it was. I'm gonna have to find it later. I don't know where it is. I thought it would be under memes, and it's not under memes. Oh wait, there it is. There it is. Dan Aykroyd made it. So Dan Aykroyd made it, and it's a picture with me with a bandana on, and I'm holding a cigarette. Well, essentially, Gothic King Cobra. And I don't know what is in the background. I guess it's his workstation, but it's like a very dark room, Visions, and he's sitting on that piece of crap, like, black chair couch that he's always sitting in, because that thing looks like years and years old. I'm not trying to make fun of Gothic King Cobra, but buy a new couch or buy a new chair, for Christ's sake. And then in the background, it's like really dark, and there's like a workstation, and then there's one light on, and then you got me going like that with, I guess, his bandana on. And then it says Cobra, like, on his wife beater, like, cut shirt with, like a skull chain on. And I just started laughing. I just hope whenever I upload, I hope some of my friends and family don't think that, Fears is smoking, because I don't smoke. Because he's holding a cigarette in his hand. But that's just too good not to pass up, my friends. It's just too good. I have to keep that. So, I thought it was funny. Anyway, I finally found it. It took me a little. It was in the. Let's see, what section? It was in the memes. I just didn't scroll up enough. But once I scrolled up, there it was. So that was pretty funny. So yeah, that was pretty funny. I definitely, and I saw that before I went on my date. So that was pretty funny. Let's see. What's up? And happy birthday to Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn, I sent out I bought your birthday card today, my friend. So I put it in the mailbox today before I went on my date. So it should be on the way. Should be on the way. So you should get it in a couple of days, my friend. All right, let me catch up with the comments here. Let's see here. Let's see. Howdy Fears. Doom says, thanks. Can't wait for the dating. Rate out of 10. Oh, it's going to be high. It was pretty good. We have a lot of similarities and we have a lot of differences, but I mean, no one's perfect, But it was a pretty good date. Vision says, Yakov is a big jokester. He is. Sometimes he gets annoying, though, but he is. But that was exactly Visions. That was Dan Aykroyd. I couldn't remember if it was Dan Aykroyd or Yakov. I know it was someone. Because I was like, it's not Visions making it, because Visions loves Gothic King Cobra. And I have nothing against Gothic King Cobra, Well, one thing. I don't like his food concoctions, but that's it. That's the only thing I don't like about him. The rest, he seems like an okay guy. I've sat through some of his lives, and they're pretty good. Very entertaining. He says a lot of wild shit. And Fierce says some wild shit, but his is a lot more wilder than mine, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's definitely top grade entertainment, my friends. Let's see here. Wow, 4 years. I actually got it wrong. It was 5 years. It wasn't 4 years. It was 5 years. Wow, we got 17 people watching. Thank you. I appreciate that. I did the math wrong. I had a brain fart. It was 5 years. Let's see. Shuffler says, it seems like King of the Hill, like on top of the world, good for you. Right on. I mean, it was definitely a good date. Let's see. My thoughts exactly, Carmine. Looks like another candidate for the list. Larry says, yo. What's up, Larry? Good to see him. Let's see. I don't think that's him, Marshall. I have nothing to do with Fear's blogs. And I'm trying to get that channel taken down. It's just I'll be honest, it's some troll. Oh, and then I took down two of that guy's videos. Guy, girl, whoever it is. And of course, they're going to counteract it and all that. So now I have to write YouTube and show them evidence and all this other stuff. And YouTube, sometimes they side with me whenever they counter it. Sometimes they don't. So if I can't get them to listen to me, then those stupid videos are going to stay up. But, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's just a pain in the butt. I'm like, someone's stealing my name. I didn't give them permission, But if I can't get the videos taken down, I've gotten them taken down already, but then he counter counter-striked it, saying, I don't think that's fair, and then he cried to YouTube, and then, of course, YouTube says, you have 10 days to show us evidence why we should leave these down. So now I'm going to have to rewrite them and all that crap. So, yeah. That's not me, Marshall. That's somebody else. It's probably not even Richie. It's probably Fear's blogs sending you all that stupid crap. And I haven't checked out his channel, his or her channel, whoever it is, in a while. So they've probably already made some new videos about me. So before I go to bed and take a nap and all that, I'm going to have to check it out. But hopefully it's over. Hopefully the person who's doing it just gets tired of me, taking the videos down or complaining. That's usually you have to deal with idiots online. But anyway, I appreciate everybody showing up for the stream, especially this late. Shout out Fears. What's up? Thanks. Where are the memes? The memes are mainly on Discord. So yeah. I know there's a lot of memes out there, but the good thing about my fans are they used to back in the day and it wasn't even my fans. Haters used to make really bad memes about me, like me like fucking dogs and me fucking pumpkins and me being a Nazi and all. That's all crap. Knock on wood. Thank God I don't do that. But all the memes from our Discord that we're in my friend LC's, they're all just funny memes, like nothing hurtful, because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and obviously I don't want to get my feelings hurt, and I don't want to offend anyone. So yeah. What's up, Shao Kahn? Let's see. Richie says, did you hear the news about King Cobra Fears? He's getting another eviction. Is he? Oh, Lord. Well, see, I don't follow him a lot, Richie. So I didn't even know that he had gotten evicted before. So why is he getting evicted? To me, it looks like he owns a house. Like, whenever I've watched his live streams, it looks like a house he's in. But apparently, I guess he's not in a house. I guess maybe he's in a condo or an apartment. Well, listen, Richie, if that's true, if he really is getting evicted, I wish him well in his new endeavors and in his new house or condo or apartment or wherever he decides to move to. Because that would suck, getting evicted. That's a whole ball of wax that nobody wants to put up with, So, yeah. Let's see. Hey, Fears, do you remember that cartoon Fraggle Rock? I remember bits of Fraggle Rock. What's up, Swedish Traveler? And he says hello. What's up? Beer Man is finally here. What's up, dude? Museum. What's up? You're going to get evicted for not apologizing. Oh, Lord. I don't know what's going on. Larry says, hell yeah, 17 watching. Lots of horny folks out there tonight. What is them having to do with... Wait a minute. Wait, that was weird. Larry, I love you, buddy, but that's weird. What does being horny have anything to do with just enjoying a Fear stream? I don't know. I doubt that they're horny. I doubt it. Maybe they just think Fears is a nice, cool guy and just want to hang out and enjoy a stream. Larry, did you ever think of that? Maybe, Anyway. It could be that. It definitely could be that. But I doubt. Well, I mean, Fears is a good-looking guy. I'm not conceited. So if some people out there are horny, then I appreciate that. But I doubt if everybody is horny out there, So, anyway. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen the Swedish Traveler, so good to see you again. Doom says, can I join the Discord? I mean, I believe anyone can join LC's Discord. You just gotta find it, or ask someone for the link, so go for it. It's not my Discord, Doom. It's my friend LC's. So, if you get his permission, you can find his Discord if you just go to his YouTube channel and you just write in Heroes and Villains Collectibles, and then you go into his About section. on any of his videos or live, there should be a little button that says Discord. You click on it, and then you should be able to get right in. It'll send you an invite, and then you click on the invite, and boom, there you go. Yeah. So, yeah. Museum says, how can you make love to a pumpkin? Exactly. I didn't make love to a pumpkin. They were just going crazy with disgusting memes, you know? But thank God that's all in the past now, you know? All right now, beer boy, be good. Yeah, beer boy, get with it. Do what Vision says. I'm just playing around. I don't care. Let's see. And then Beer Man says, you better be good, Visions. Well, I mean, Visions isn't the problem. You're the problem. So stop it. I'm just joking. Nobody's the problem. Behave in the chat. That's right. Let's see. Let's see here. LC quit Discord, I think. No, I don't think that's true, Larry. I mean, he's busy. He's got 3 kids, a wife, a job. I'm sure that's a big key factor in it, you know. And plus, people get busy. Please, people get busy, you know. Life gets busy. I've been busy like crazy. Work, videos, streams, dating. Finally, after 5 years, you know. All right, so here we go. So, the day went pretty good. I will be honest, I was a little nervous. And I did tell Claire that. I said, Claire, I just want to let you know, I'm a little nervous. And she's like, oh, you don't look nervous. I said, well, I am. So, she's like, oh, you're doing fine. So, I did pretty good. I just wanted to let her know so she didn't think that she was making me nervous. She wasn't. I was just nervous because that's a long stretch. 5 years and no dating. And she hadn't dated anyone in 3 years. So she was kind of in my predicament too. And she told me about her last ex, and I told her about my last ex, and we just had a really good conversation. So we met up in downtown Orlando, and I'm not going to tell you guys where we went, but we just kind of walked around downtown Orlando for a good 5-10 minutes, and then she's like, oh, there's a bunch. She goes, down this little walkway is tons of restaurants. And I went, great, I'm up for whatever. And then she's like, what type of foods do you like? I'm like, I can eat pretty much anything except for, all the Crohn's stuff. And she's like, oh, you got Crohn's? I was like, unfortunately, I do have Crohn's. But I told her recently I've been able to eat a little bit of cheese, But yeah, I think that surgery that I got, I think the doctor helped my Crohn's out a little bit, because ever since that surgery, I've been able to eat small amounts of milk, small amounts of cheese and ice cream and the whole 9 yards. So I told her, but every once in a while, if I eat too much of that, then bad things happen. So we went to this really nice restaurant, and the food was all right. The food could have been better, because I said, hey, how's your food? And she was like, nah, it's okay. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, she goes, but it was a nice restaurant. It just is what we ordered. It could have been better. But she said that first. I was like, hey, how's your food? And she was like, it's all right. And I went, yeah. So I had some sliders, and I will admit the sliders, they were okay. They could have been better. I've had better sliders. She got a soup, and then she got this cheese dish, which kind of looked like a pizza, but it wasn't a pizza. It had cheese in the middle, and it was on flat bread. I can't remember what it was, but she said, do you want to try a little bit of it? I tried a little bit. It was good. So we had dinner, and it was okay. I'd give the food about a 1 out of 10. I'd give the food about a 6. It was just okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just okay. But we sat there and we talked. We talked for a while. I'd say at least an hour and a half. maybe more. I mean, we talked for a good while. She told me how her parents met. I told them how my parents met, and she thought the story about my dad meeting my mom in Italy and then dating my mom in England for a little while. She thought that was. She goes, wow. She goes, that doesn't happen very often. I said, it doesn't. I said, most people meet people these days through friends or through a dating app or a dating website, or hey, I'm going to set you up with my friend's cousin, or hey, I'm going to set you up with my hot friend from work. And I said, my parents wrote letters for a year. And I said, my mom kept all of the letters that my dad wrote, and they like fell in love because it was in the 70s and 80s. There was no cell phones. Cell phones came later, like late 80s, I think cell phones came out. But when my mom and dad first met, no cell phones. And then she was like, so how did they keep in touch? I said, they talked on the phone and they wrote letters. And then my dad came over to visit, and then they eventually got married in England. And back then, if you married a foreigner, you had to get married in England and in America. So it took forever for my mom to get a visa, and then she became a U.S. citizen. And then they got married, and the rest is history. So we talked about a lot of, not every single topic. I'm going to tell you guys what we discussed, but we got through a lot of topics. So the conversation went great. And then we went bowling. Oh, and I did ask her what one of her passions was. And she said, whenever the pandemic came out, she goes, I didn't used to have this passion. She goes, whenever the pandemic came over, she goes, I had to find things to do. And she's like, I joined this tennis team, and ever since the pandemic started and stopped, I love tennis. So her passion is tennis. And she's very athletic, and she said almost any sport I do pretty well at. And she was not kidding, because she beat Fears in bowling. I was a little rusty. The first score, she got 84, and I had 58. And then the second one was, she got 101, and I got 40 something. I can't remember. But I had not bowled in 2 years. So I told her, I said, well, I'm a little rusty. And she's like, oh, she goes, I don't care, John. And I was like, yeah, I don't care. I'm a good sportsman. You know, I have good sportsmanship. You know, I don't care if I win or lose. I said, just as long as we're having fun. And then she's like, I've been doing athletics for quite a long time. I said, it shows. I said, the last athletic thing I did was in school. I said, I did football, wrestling, and track when I was in high school. And I said, I love playing mini golf, and I love doing axe throwing. I said, those two I'm really good at. So hopefully I can take her one of those days and beat her butt in axe throwing or mini golf, because she pretty much creamed Fears in bowling. Again, though, I had not been bowling. The last time I went home for to Missouri for something good, not something bad. The last time I went, which was 2 years ago, was when I went for something good. So 2022. So yeah, and it was like right before my dad died, I believe. I went home to not only visit my dad, because it started to get kind of bad around that time, but I went to home to visit my mom and my brother's wife, and and I told her about my brother's wife. She said, do you guys get along? I said, yeah. I said, me and my brother's wife, I said, she's like the sister I never had. I said, she's very nice, and I said, we get along very well. And she's like, oh, well, that's good. I said, yeah. I said, she's a little quiet, but I said, and then she went, oh, she's not outgoing like you. I said, she is outgoing, but I said, Fears is pretty outgoing. And she's like, you do like to talk a lot. And I said, well, I have the gift of gab. I said, my mom's the same way. And she's like, no, it's not a bad thing. She's like, just, you like to talk a lot. And I said, I do. So, and I said, I could hold up a good conversation. Let me answer some questions real quick so I don't get too far behind on the old chatto. Let's see. Did you bring a Blu-ray along on the date to sit on the table across with her? Well, That was good, Visions. That was good. Let me read it again because I started laughing. Hey, Fears, did you bring a Blu-ray along on the date to sit across the table while you use the restroom? You know what? I did not use the restroom, Visions, during the bowling match. I did use the restroom while she went to the restroom. So she went to the restroom after dinner, and then I thought, well, I might as well go and try. So I did. So that was the only time tonight that I had to use the restroom. Maybe after I drink all of this, I'll probably have to use the restroom, but no. But that was funny, my friend. I got a good giggle out of that. You are quite a trickster, and you are quite humorous, my friend. By the way, Visions, I hope you don't mind me saying this, because I promised I would do it for you. Visions' dad's birthday is coming up. It's on the 4th. And as you guys know, Visions' dad passed away like my dad passed away, so I'm going to, at church, buddy, I'm going to pray for you. Not just you. I'm going to pray for you and your dad and the rest of your family, Visions. And I'm going to be sending prayers and blessings. And I know you're not really into religion a lot, Visions, but that's okay. Some people in the community are. Some people in the community are not. I'm a die-hearted Christian, so while all my buddies, not just my buddies, if any of my buddies or family members are going through stuff, that's always hard whenever someone passes away and then a birthday comes up. Like my dad's birthday just passed in March. My dad's birthday is March 14th. So that was kind of a hard day. I don't think I streamed that day because I knew if I would have streamed, I would have broke down. So I was like, no, I'm not streaming. So I know that's going to be tough for you that day, buddy. So I will send some prayers and some blessings. I got your back, buddy. No worries. All right, let me continue on. Larry said I got my hair cut and it helped with my high blood pressure. Well, there you go, buddy. That's always a good thing. Larry, I am looking forward to you coming on camera one day in your streams. I think you should come on camera. Debut the new haircut. You know, Fears just got it all cut up. You know, debut the new haircut on the stream, my friend. And Larry, where are the streams? Get going with the streams, my friend. I think tomorrow, though, I'm going to take a break from streaming. And I'm just going to edit some videos and stuff. So, yeah. Because I got to go in later to work. So, yeah. Way later, though. I think tonight, let's see, let me check my schedule. Is it 3:45 or 4? It's 4. So, I'll take a shower later, work on some videos, get this gunk out of my hair. Oh, and she did ask about that. She's like, when do you sleep? And then she was like, do you like the night shift? I said, not really. I said, you get paid a little bit more money on the night shift. And she's like, so when do you sleep? I said, well, I sleep whenever I get home. So I said, let's say I get off at 8 o'clock. Or let's say I get off at 9. I said, I live by my work, but not too far near my work. You know, it's a good drive, you know, but it's not like a massive drive, like 2 hours. I said, without traffic, it's probably 15 minutes to work. I said, with traffic, it's probably like 25 minutes to work. So you have to, I told her there's always traffic in Florida. And she's like, oh yeah, she was, John, I'm a Floridian. So she's born and raised in Florida. She's like, oh, I know. She's like, yeah, you always have to key in the traffic. I said, exactly. So my legs were starting to get numb. I have to move them every once in a while when you're sitting down on the carpet. So, yeah. So I said, without traffic, you know, but I'm telling you, Larry, debut the new haircut on the stream. Larry, I will say, out of the 2 streams you've done, my friend, I think my favorite is when me and Randall and Richie and everybody, whoever else, I think Pixel was on for a minute or something like that. That's the best stream you've done. The weather one, like the tornado one, that was all right. That was cool, but I'm telling you, man, like the boys hangout one was pretty cool. All right, let me scroll down here. Let's see here. How come I didn't bring her back home? Well, it is the first date, so I wanted to be a gentleman, you know. And she's a very traditional girl. She's a Christian too, so I wanted to be a gentleman, you know. Plus, it's on the first. It's the first date. It's the first meeting. You know, it's the first meeting of someone, and I usually go at the girl's speed. So I'm sure eventually she'll come over to the apartment, eventually. But we're in no rush. We're gonna take our time, you know, and whether this works out or doesn't work out, you know, we'll see. You know, but so far so good. She seems really nice. So we have some things in common. Some things we have in common, some things we don't. But again, no one's perfect, you know. But she seems really nice. Vision says, what ball did you use when you were bowling? I used a 10 and a 9 because that's like right in the middle. So you don't want to use anything too light and you don't want to use anything too heavy, because if you throw a ball that's too light, it's like a feather in your hand and it just flies off your hand and it bounces off the bowling alley. If it's too heavy and you can barely throw it, well then it's the reverse. It's going to be too heavy for you to throw. So I use something right in the middle. Yeah. Let me scroll down here. Mr. Eggnog, what's up? How you been? Tinder Immortal says, is she a Christian? Yes, she is. She is a Christian. So yeah. Let's see. Museum says, can you pray? Can you pray for the death of my dad? Of course, Museum, I will. I will add in those prayers for you, my friend. No problem. That's not a problem, my friend. Yo, Tyler, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you, Tyler. I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. So, yeah. Do you want some eggs to go with that spam? That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Richie says, stop spamming. Yeah, that would be nice. You know, but he's not doing anything too bad, Richie. Richie, how have the streams been, buddy? The last challenge I saw, I saw was the Mountain Dew challenge. Very impressive, my friend. I think the fans have been waiting for that for a long time. Anyway, let's get back to the date. So then we went to, so the dinner was first, and we had a nice long chat, and then she's really good. She's very athletic, and she's kind of a curvy girl, you know. She's not fat, and she's not skinny. She's curvy. She's kind of perfect, you know, and she's very athletic. And I said, how long have you been playing tennis? And she said, since the COVID started. And she goes, it wasn't my passion before, but I was trying to find things. And I said, oh, well, that's great. I said, the good thing about passions are, you know, you can start or end a passion whenever you want. And then I did tell her about my YouTube channel. I thought I would just give her a heads up. And that's one thing that we don't have in common. She said, I do have some social media, but she goes, I'm hardly on social media. And I said, oh, okay, so you don't like, she goes, yeah, I don't really care about social media. And she's like, I have some of them. I said, okay. And I said, I've got certain social medias. I said, I've got some social medias that I like and some social medias that I just use to promote my channels. She asked what kind of content I do. I said, on Fears Vlogs, I said I do a podcast where sometimes I'm interviewing people, sometimes I just have my friends on, other times I just I'll just talk about certain topics. So yeah. This eggnog guy is driving me nuts. I gotta put him in a timeout. He just keeps putting random letters in the chat. Tyler says, man, Fear's being spicy in the chat. I don't think I'm being that spicy in the chat. The Fears man about to get a strike at this rate. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think he was spelling anything that terrible. It just kept getting old, him putting random letters in there. So, yeah, you don't want to let her know the internet power, at least for a couple years. Well, I thought I would give her a heads up. And it's good. It's maybe a blessing that she doesn't like social media, because she asked what my channels are about. And I said on my vlog channel, I do a vlog. And she goes, I don't even know what a vlog is. I said, it's basically like a video diary. I said, you're documenting your life. And she goes, oh, okay, so it's like a video diary. I said, that's the best way to describe it. A vlog is a video diary about what I'm doing on this particular day. And she went, okay. I said, if I'm not making those videos, then I do my podcast. I said, on the main channel, I do a bunch of different topics. I said I'm doing short films, parodies, funny skits. I said I do movie reviews, and I said I do like movie theater reviews, like whenever I go and see a movie in the theater. I said I do Disney vlogs. I do Comic-Con conventions, all that. I don't know who he is, Chicken Wizard, but I got rid of him. So yeah, it's definitely not mine, Marshall. That's why I try and get rid of him. So I'm sorry if he was saying racial things. I got rid of him as best I could, but I hope you don't unsubscribe from my channel, because I have no control over what this idiot does. So I try to block out all the hatred stuff in the chat. What's up, Chicken Wizard? Good to see you. So I told her about the content, and then I said, well, I just want to give you a heads up. And then she said, okay, and I said it. I said it as nice as I could. I said, I'm not saying this will happen to you, but I said I have to give you a heads up. I said my ex. I said they didn't do it right away, but I said at some point in the relationship, someone found out her Facebook page and wrote her a bunch of crazy stuff. I said I never saw the messages, and I said. One day my ex came up and said, John, I don't know who these people are. They're telling me to stop dating you. I said, they're haters. And she goes, oh yeah. She goes, if anything like that happened, I would just block them. I said, yeah. So I said, I'm just giving you a heads up. I said, I don't know if we're going to be together. I said, if we do get together, I'm just letting you know. And I said, I hope they don't do anything like that. I said, because you're a very nice girl. But I said, I'm just giving you a heads up. And then she's like, well, I live a very private life. She goes, I have some social medias, and I check my social medias every once in a while, and I post here and there, but nothing as big as what you do, John. And so she's like, I would have no interest in being in a video. And I said, okay. I said, I understand. And in my mind, I thought, well, maybe that's a blessing. I said, maybe if I just keep it separate, not have her in any videos, maybe there'll be less. So yeah. But I even said, I said, I don't force anyone to be in videos. I said, my ex said that at the very start. I said, but once she saw me filming and doing videos, she wanted to jump in. So I said, if you'd ever want to be in a video, she's like, can I see your content? I said, yeah. I said, at the end of the date, I'll text you my links. And she was like, yeah, I watch YouTube all the time. She's like, to me, it's just not, she goes, why would you want to put yourself out there? I said, well, because it's my passion. I said, I love photography and film. And she said, are you making any money off of it? I said, I recently just started. And she went, oh, well, that's great. And she's like, both channels? I said, no, I said only one channel yet, but I said, I'm working on the next channel. And she's like, what inspired you to get into film? I said, well, my dad and my grandfather. I said my dad loved photography, and my grandpa played the guitar, so my grandpa was a musician. He loved filming like all the family gatherings, and my grandpa also liked photography. And I said, whenever I was a little kid, and she loved this story. I said, whenever I was a little kid, my grandpa would be like filming the Fierce family events, and then he was like, hey, Johnny, you take the camera. I said, and there's literally footage of a little Fierce running around with a video camera filming people, filming myself. I stick the video camera up my nose. There's footage of that. And you can hear my grandpa like laughing in the background. She's like, well, I think that's great. And she's like, I like to watch YouTube, but she's like, I don't know if I'd have any interest in doing YouTube. And I said, I understand. And she's like, I think you're funny though. She did say that. She goes, you're a funny guy. And she goes, do you have TikTok? And so I let her watch a couple of my TikToks, and she goes, oh, I'll definitely check out your channels. And she goes, I think you're a natural at that. And she's like, why don't you use your degree? I said, well, I said I tried. I graduated from college in Arizona, and I told her, I said, I tried for a full year and a half to get a film job. I said, it's very hard. And she goes, I would think it would be hard to get a film job. And I said, oh yeah. And I said, yeah, it's very hard. So I said, I got sick and tired of saying no, of people saying, no, you're not right for this. No, we don't see you in that role. And then she's like, oh, did you act? I said, yeah, I acted a little bit back in the day. And I said, I kind of act in some of my videos. And so I said, I have an interest in that too. I said, I did some plays in grade school and high school and in community college. And she's like, oh, what plays did you do? I said, oh, I did MASH 4077. I said, I did The Wizard of Oz. I said, I did this play called Rumors. I did this play called The ABCs, another play called It's Saturday. So I said, I've done a bunch of that. I said, then I've done plays at church. And I said, I was in the church choir when I was a kid. And she's like, oh, that's great. And she's like, it's great to have passions. I said, yeah. I said, and I said, it's not for everyone. I said, do you like to watch movies? She goes, oh, yeah. She goes, I love watching movies. And I was like, whew, thank God. I said, thank God she likes watching movies. So Visions, she does like to watch movies. But in my mind, I was like, well, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Like, maybe if I think one of the reasons why some of the trolls came after, my ex was because she was in a lot of videos. She wasn't in every video, but she was in a lot of videos. So I said, well, maybe if she's not in there, maybe they won't harass this new girl, because I really don't want anyone to harass her because she's done nothing wrong, All right, let me catch up with the chat. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise, but thank God she loves to watch movies, Visions. I was like, at least she likes to watch movies. I'm like, because movies are a big part of Fears' life, So yeah. What up, Chicken Wizard? All right. Well, I apologize for any spamming. Let's see. You should see this guy who you have blocked. He's going ham. Oh yeah, I blocked the Fears blogs guy. Well, as long as he's blocked, I can't see it, and it shouldn't pop up in my chat. I obviously, since you guys don't have him blocked, you guys can see him. So just block that guy. Whoever's going nuts in the chat, Visions, everyone just block him, because I blocked him, not right away. A few times I put that Fears blogs guy in a couple of timeouts, but then he just kept going nuts. So I just said, I'm done, and I just blocked him. So I apologize for any racist comments that he did, or whoever was doing it, because I'm not racist. So yeah. Well, Marshall, I hope you don't unsub, because I didn't do it. And there's a lot of people that pretend to be me, so it's not me who's doing it. So I hope you don't unsub. Fears you need a mod. No, I'm good. I mean, I can usually take care of it, Let's see. Tinder Immortal says, well, Fears, she lives in the real world, buddy. Maybe she's the one who doesn't know what a troll is. Oh, no, I explained it to her, Tinder Immortal. Like, she said, she goes, I know some stuff about YouTube, but she's like, kind of give me the lowdown. I said, here's a 10-second version. I said, I've got loving and loyal fans like you. I said, and then with the internet, so I didn't say anything bad about this new girl, Tinder Immortal. No, far from it. And she knows what haters are. I said, but I'll give you a lowdown. I said, I have loving and loyal fans that actually give a damn about my content, and not just that, they give a damn about me. and they care about me, and they want to see me succeed. They want to see me happy. And I said, just some other people you can't, no matter how hard you try, I said, I wish I could get along with everybody. But I said, you can't. I said, some people are just determined to hate you. And she's like, oh, so you have some haters. And she's like, do you have a lot of haters? I'm like, not really. I said, it's like 10 of the same idiots. And she's like, well, at least you don't have a lot of haters. And I said, exactly. But I said, I'll give you an example. I said, and I told her like some of my favorite YouTubers. I said, like, Casey Neistat. I said, I love him. I said, Roman Atwood, Adam the Woo. I said, I'm sure they've got a lot of haters. But I said, that's why they invented that beautiful thing that is the block button. But I said, sometimes haters go too far. And she's like, oh, I can only imagine. I said, well, I said, let me tell you. And because she asked, she goes, I said, the worst thing they've ever done is someone call. I said, when I was living with my folks, someone called my parents' house and made up a bunch of crap and just started a bunch of stuff. And she's like, see, that's ridiculous. And I said, it is. Sadly, it is. And then I said, one time someone called me at work, and she's like, yeah, she goes, I wouldn't want any of that crap to happen to me. And I said, well, see, they didn't do that to my ex. They only did it to me because they didn't hate her. And then she's like, yeah, but you said they contacted her. I said, yeah, but I said, not a lot. I said, I remember her telling me that they wrote her a few times on Facebook and that was it. And she goes, that's not too bad. And I said, it isn't too bad, you know. But I said, I'm just giving you a heads up. I said, if that happens, just instantly block them. And she's like, oh, I will. And she's like, I'm not going to believe them over you, John. I said, well, I just wanted to give you a heads up. And I said, if you ever wanted to be in a video, I said, don't answer now. I said, watch my content. She goes, oh, yeah. She goes, I'll watch your content and I'll let you go. I said, do you like photography? She goes, yeah, I love photography. She goes, I don't like being on camera. And she goes, it depends on the situation. And I said, okay, fair enough. So that's basically how that conversation went down. Let's see. Yo, Jesus, what's up? I'm definitely not spamming. It's not me. I promise you. It's not me. So, yeah. Fears you can't see his messages because you blocked him, but we can see his spam. Well, then just block him. So, yeah. You know? Just block him. Block him. So, yeah. Oh, wait. I think this is a troll, too. I don't think we can date anymore if this continues. Yeah, see, this is not her because she doesn't do YouTube. So there's another one. All right, well, let's get rid of him. There we are. She doesn't do YouTube at all. So, yeah. I do care, Larry. I'm just trying to keep up with the chat. I am dealing with it. I'm definitely dealing with it. I'm trying to get rid of all the crap. I think that's everything. I think. Or I hope. I didn't. You know what, Tinderman? I didn't show her some short films. I showed her like a TikTok, and she thought that was funny. And then I sent her a video before the date. We were chatting one night, and I just made a video, and I told her that I had an interest in movies, and I thought I would show her my movie props. So I showed her that, and she goes, I thought that video was funny, John. Have you show him? And she goes, I was out to lunch with my mom, so I showed her the video, and she said, oh, this guy sounds really nice, and he sounds really funny, too. And then she's like, I showed a picture of my mom to you, and she thought you were very handsome. I said, oh, well, that's cool. I said, I'm already getting brownie points. So there you go. I don't think I will, Tyler. I mean, I think I took care of everything. I saw some of it, but I didn't see a lot of it because I have some of these people blocked. But, yeah, I try to get rid of all the hate as much as I can. Vision says, yeah. Let's see. Let's see here. Did you ask what her top 3 films are? No, I did not, Vision. I did not. Like, we talked a little bit about movies, but I didn't ask her, like, what her favorite type of movies are. I just said, do you like to watch movies? And she said, yeah. So I didn't really spend a whole lot of time on the YouTube stuff. I just said, this is what is defined as a hater. This is what is considered a loving and loyal fan. I said, and she didn't know what a vlog was. So I said, it's basically a video diary of your life. And she goes, okay, that makes sense. And then she's like, what kind of content do you do? I said on the vlog channel, I do a podcast where sometimes I have my friends on, or I interview people, or I just get on with my friends and we just bullshit about a topic. I said, or I'll pick 3 topics and talk about them and go from there. And then I said, I answer my fans' questions. And I said on the other channel, I said it's like, on the main channel, I said it's like 12 different types of videos. I said, and I never tell my fans what I'm going to upload. I said, I'll do a funny Disney vlog, or I do a travel vlog, or I go to the movies, or I said I put up some slideshows of my photography work. I said, there's a lot of different videos on Fears Man. And I said, I do cartoons with my friend. And I showed her the picture of Fears Man on my phone, and she thought that was pretty cool. I didn't go into Fears Man's backstory, but I'm sure that'll come up later. But yeah. But I will definitely find out her 3 top films. But at least she likes to watch movies, you know. Alright, let's see here. Well, if it's not you, Fears, can you mod someone to deal with this? Well, I think I took care of it, because I'm not seeing anything bad in the chat now. So I think it's taken care of. I think it's taken care of, Marshall. Well, I'm just glad you didn't leave, Marshall, because I'm like, it's not me. I didn't do it. So, yeah. So, yeah. I'm not seeing anything bad. Let's see here. But see, I'm not seeing any of these people, you know? I only see the people that I haven't blocked, you know? Chicken Wizard says, the lonely ghost brings a tear to my eye. Well, I mean, I'm glad that you like it, Chicken Wizard. You know, I'm sorry if anyone's, like, making fun of anyone. I can't see any of the bad stuff, you guys. I'm sorry. I mean, I went through and I blocked some people and I timed some people out, so hopefully that fixes it. So please don't get mad at me. But yeah. No. You know what, Chicken Wizard? I said that I've made short films, but I didn't bring up the name of the short film yet, buddy. But I'm sure I will, and I'm sure I'll show it to her. Plus, I did give her both links, and she said, oh, I'll definitely check out some videos and stuff. I said, yeah. I said, check out the videos. Let me know. Visions, you don't have any trolls. So, Visions, if anyone made fun of you, I'm sorry. It was out of my hands. I tried to get rid of as many bad haters as I could. So yeah, I apologize. So, but yeah. I think maybe next time you go on a date, to dial back what you do on the internet. When I went on dates, I had to dial back on my interneting. Well, I don't think it'll be a problem, because she said, you know, she watches YouTube, and she said she has no interest of being in a video. So, like I was telling you guys, I think it may be a blessing in disguise. So, yeah. Oh, well, now that I said that, now there's someone coming in trolling Visions. So, I'll get rid of that guy. So, yeah. I do my best to get rid of all of it. I dropped off some trolls in the... Now, see, that's funny, Visions. Well, guess what? So did I. So did I. This morning, I took some big dumps this morning. I did. So. The trolls won't stop me because I can't read. Yeah, I do. I can read Tinder Immortal, but I couldn't... I don't see anyone spamming right now because I've got them blocked. You know? So, yeah. Well, shame on him. Shame on him for saying that, Marshall. Yeah. Well, it's not allowed because I'm not seeing it, and it won't pop up whenever you watch the show back because I've got him blocked. You know? But it sucks that you guys have to see it. So I would just block him, you know? Yeah. But I got rid of him. I got rid of him. I know at some point they were putting a bunch of letters in, and so I got rid of that because I was talking to you guys and I couldn't see exactly what he was spelling out, but I got rid of him because he was spamming the chat. So yeah. Meet my buddy Block. Oh yeah, Tinder Immortal. Remember when I used to say it, Tinder Immortal? So yeah, but don't get mad at me, guys. You guys know I love you guys. So I try to keep it. I try to keep it very, very nice in the chat. So I apologize if anyone got offended, but it wasn't my fault. So please don't be mad at me. I was trying to get rid of all of it. That was funny though, Visions. So did I this morning. I did. Yeah. Tinder Immortal. It's funny that you think I can't read. Obviously, I know you're joking. I can read. It just is I'm not seeing any of the spam. So yeah. But it's been a long time since I've said that quote, Tinder Immortal. But I remember I would get so mad and I would be like, "Screw you, trolls! Meet my friend Block." That was funny. Yeah. Let's see. What's up, Shadow Collector? Quit the party going on here. I mean, there's not really a party. We're just kind of hanging out. I was just telling everybody about my date. It went really well, my friend. It went really well. So then we did 2 games of bowling, and I congratulated her, and she's like, "You must be really rusty." I said, "Well, I am. And she's very competitive, but I'm very competitive." And so it was pretty good. It was a pretty good game. But again, it doesn't really matter who wins or loses, just as long as you have fun. She was having fun. I was having fun. And she's like, "What do you want to do next?" Like, on the next date. So I was like, "All right, well," I said, "there's going to be a second date then. Obviously, that's a good sign, Fears." And I said, "I'm up for whatever." I said, "We can go mini golfing, and she's like, "Yeah, that's cool." And then I said, "Well," "we should hang out before I go and visit my friend Randy." And she's like, "Oh, when are you going to go visit your friend?" I said, "This weekend." I said, "When I get off of work on Friday," I said, "I'll sleep for a little bit, and then I'm going to probably drive down to Randy's around 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon, something like that, stay for the night, and then probably go to the beach, Saturday." And she's like, "Oh, that's great." She's like, "Do you guys hang out a lot?" I said, "Oh, yeah." I said, "I've known Randy since film school." And she was like, "Oh, that's good." So she's like, "Well, why don't we hang out Wednesday or Thursday?" So I think that's when the next date's going to happen. I said, "Just let me know." I said, "Let me know. Wednesday, Thursday." I said, "During the day and a little bit at night, I'm free. And then, later I got to go to work." But I said, that's cool. Whenever you want. So, yeah. So, second date confirmed. So we'll see. See. Did you all kiss at the end of the date? I'm a gentleman, Visions, and I had to feel it out. Sometimes I kiss on the first date. Sometimes I don't. I'm going to tell you, I got about a half a kiss. So she seems very traditional. So I said, okay, maybe I shouldn't kiss her on the first date. So after we did our 2 bowling matches, we chatted for a little while, and we were kind of coming up with some ideas for the second date. And then she's like, "Well, are you ready?" And what was great about it, though, is while we were bowling, she said, "Well, John," she goes, since you bought dinner and you bought bowling," she's like, "Do you want some drinks?" She's like, "I can buy us some drinks." And I said, "Oh, thank you." I said, "I'd appreciate that." So she bought us some alcohol. So at dinner, she had a beer, I had a beer, and then when we were bowling, I got a vodka and lemonade. She tried it, she liked it, and then she got some wine and she got some beer. That's her 2 favorites. So we were sipping, and she's like, "Oh, can I try yours?" I said, "Sure, go ahead." So she took a sip. She's like, "Oh, that's nice." Now, they did not have Crystal Skull vodka, Visions, but anyway. But it was still good. I got a vodka and lemonade, and then I sipped some of her wine, and I can't remember the name of the wine. She told me, but I forgot. That was pretty good. But I did not, I only got a tiny buzz, and then after the date, I just kind of waited and kind of sobered up, because I wasn't drunk by any means. But I was a little tipsy. Well, I wasn't even buzzed, just a tiny bit tipsy, but we had a great time. I walked her to the car, and I could tell, I was like, I don't think she's going to allow me a first kiss on the first date. But I got a half a kiss because she's like, well, I can't wait to hang out. She's like, just text me. We'll hang out Wednesday or Thursday. I said, great. I said, that's fantastic. And she goes, well, come here and give me a hug. And I gave her a hug. And as I came in for a hug, I smooched her on the cheek. And she was okay with that. So, like I said, I got about a half a kiss. So, yeah. So I was like, I'll take that. And then she left. And then I just waited, for a little while. And then, because I wasn't drunk at all. But I thought, all right, I'll wait for a little bit because I don't drink and drive. And I'd say about after an hour, I was fine, So I got a half a kiss, buddy. A half a kiss. So yeah. A Shadow Collector says, the baby is scheduled to be here next Wednesday. Way to go, buddy. Way to go, Shadow Collector. Nice. Well, be sure to take lots of pictures, Jason, and congrats to you and congrats to Amy. So, yeah. I think the troll problem's taken care of now. So, Marshall, whatever they were saying to you, because I didn't see any of the spam, whatever they were saying to you and Visions, if they were making fun of you or anyone else, I apologize on their behalf. Again, you can't please everybody, guys. There's going to be some idiots and some haters out there. I apologize. So please don't get mad at Fears. I was trying. There was a lot of crap going on, and I was trying to block and time people out and all that. So, yeah. But you know what? I don't want to rush this chick because she seems really nice. And from all the stuff that I read that people were saying in the Discord, I heard nothing but nice things. Like the dude said, oh, she's very pretty. Visions even said, oh, hey, Fears, she's pretty. She's very pretty. I'm like, she is. I'm like, she seems very nice. So we'll see how date number 2 goes, and we'll just see how it goes, So I can't predict the future. So we'll see if it works out or not. But I've got a good feeling about it, though. So that's all I can say at this time. But yeah, so I got about a half a kiss. So I don't know. Maybe next date she'll be more comfortable, and I'll get a kiss. So we'll see. I can definitely confirm that, Tinder Immortal. We are doing a drawing stream this weekend, and then Tinder Immortal after this weekend, we have got to do our part 2 to our interview. So I hope you've been preparing some questions. Be honest, Tinder Immortal, have you prepared any questions yet? Let me know in the chat. So yeah. Well, that's great, Jason. Congrats on the baby, dude. Nice. You should have went axe throwing, not bowling. Well, I wanted to do something different, It was really hot today, so I was like, I better not take her mini golfing because I'm like, she would be miserable, I would be miserable. I'm like, let's just do something inside. But I did tell her about axe throwing. We've got some plans. She was like, would you want to go to the casino one night? I said, yeah. I said, I haven't went in a long time, so I said, we could do that. I said, I'm up for whatever you want to do. I said, we can go to the casino, we can go see a movie. And then she's like, oh, and then I told her, I said, I've got a season pass. And she's like, oh, we could go to Disney one day. And I said, if you wanted to, yeah, let's do that. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see here. Chicken Wizard said, I would take her to a concert. Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. Definitely, Chicken Wizard. That's definitely a good idea. Tell me your real scores in bowling. That was, Larry, that was. I was so rusty because I have not bowled. And if I'm being completely honest, the last time I went to Missouri for something good, me, Jonathan, and Mike, and Travis, and my cousin Stevie, and his date came. There was like a group of 10 of us. That's the last time I went bowling, was like 2 years ago for something good. And I did all right 2 years ago. So I knew, because me and Randall have never went bowling together. We've done a lot of mini golf. So I didn't have any time to practice. So I was a little rusty, but again, who cares? As long as we're having fun, who cares? So those were the real scores, Larry. I promise you. But yeah, let's see here. I did not... Larry, get the hell out of here. I did not drive home drunk. Yeah, Larry, if I would have drove home drunk, I'd probably be in jail. Is Fears damaged in any way? Is my car damaged? No. Does Fears have blood trickling out of his face, you know? Because if you got into a car crash, you know, from drinking and driving, something like that would happen. Nope. So get the hell out of here, Larry. I didn't do any of that. I did not drive home drunk. Vision says, what a gentleman Fears is. Well, thanks, buddy. You know, you got to treat ladies with dignity and respect, you know? It's not a race. It's not a race whatsoever, you know? You have to go with the woman's speed, and I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable, and I want to show her that I'm a nice guy. I want to show her that I'm worth it, you know? So, because I am worth it, you know? You know, and she seems very nice. She seems, so far, I'd say, if I'm being honest, the only thing is I'm a little bummed that she doesn't like movies and stuff as much as me, but I'm like, you know, we all can't be the same, you know? She likes to watch movies, but it would have been kind of cool for her to be in a video. But like I said, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Because Casey was the same way. She was like, oh, I don't know if I'd ever want to be in a vlog. And then a couple weeks, months later, she was in a vlog, you know. So, but I texted her and said, if you ever do want to be in a video after watching some of my work, you just let me know. And then she wrote, LOL, I will. I went, all right, sounds good. So, yeah. Let's see here. Could you pick her up and perform a suplex? Why would I want to do that? That was hilarious. I don't think Amy's going to cave and let me live stream it. Well, I should hope not, Shadow Collector. Some things you don't want to live stream or vlog. I doubt Amy would want a camera. All right, I'm getting everything. Push, babe. Push. Blake is almost here. Keep pushing. I'm recording the whole thing, you know? So it's probably a good idea that you don't film or live stream that, Jason. I totally agree with Amy. There's some things that you can record and some things not. So I wouldn't do that. So yeah. Oh, Lord. Oh, you know what, Visions? I was going to read that. I can't read that. Doing a cooking stream. Not on that. Don't do that. No. There's some of that dark humor, my friend, but I love it. I love it. Let's see. Chicken Wizard says, it's a good thing you're not in a rush to end your dry spell like Gothic King Cobra because he's getting evicted because of his girlfriend. Well, listen, you guys got to catch me up. So I don't watch every single video of Gothic King Cobra. I watch a few here and there, Chicken Wizard. I know Visions watches everything because as much of a friend that Visions is to me and a fan to me, he's just I don't know. Are you Gothic King Cobra's friend, Visions? Like we are? I know you're a fan of Gothic King Cobra, but Visions is my friend. I consider him a friend, and he considers me a friend. But he's also a big fan of my content. But I don't know if. Anyway, I don't watch everything what's Gothic King Cobra's real name? Is it Matt? No, it's not Matt. It's what is it? What's his real name? Josh, right? His name is Josh, I think. Josh or Jeff or something like that. I don't know why. So you guys are gonna have to give me the lowdown. What happened? Why is Gothic King Cobra getting evicted because of his girlfriend? Give me the lowdown, Visions. What's going on? Yeah. That's right. I remember you saying that, Vision. I remember you said that you actually hung out with that's his name, Josh. Excuse me. Thank you, Richie. I said Jeff. Hilarious. Well, at first I said Josh, and then I was like, I don't think that's it. So I got to actually write the first time. Well, no, the first time I said Matt, and then I said Josh. I should have stuck with Josh. Then I said Jeff. So my bad. I knew it was one of those. I knew it was Josh or Jeff or whatever. So yeah, I know, but yeah, I remember you saying that, Visions, and you said the whole time, you're like, oh yeah, Fears, we were drinking beer, and then he's looking at everybody at the bar, like, casting spells on people, and I was like, holy crap, that must have been a night. Just picture it. I would love to have been a fly on the wall. Hey, yeah, you. That girl over at the bar. Yeah, what do you think about this? Casting a spell on you, biatch. And then Vision's just sitting there like, what the fuck are you doing? That must have been a great night, Visions. Oh my god. I just picture it. He's like, what the fuck is this guy doing over there? Casting magical spells on people. Well, I mean, there it is. There it is. But yeah, you guys gotta get... So Chicken Wizard, or Visions, why is Josh getting evicted because of his girlfriend? What's going... Now I'm curious. What's going on? Give me the whole... what happened? What happened? Larry says, it's a joke if Visions says, Visions, can you chat my questions? Let's see. That's what I'm hearing, Chicken Wizard. Vision says, I would say so, Fears. I hung out at his place with him before. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. Vision says the hangout was amazing. I mean, I would assume so, buddy. Well, one of these days, well, I promise, Visions, I won't be casting any spells anytime soon, but one of these days we've got to hang out, buddy. We definitely got to hang out. So, yeah. Hopefully one day that will happen, my friend. You know? You're always busy, I'm always busy, but one of these days we'll get it together. We'll definitely get it together. Larry says, show her your blackjack skills, Fears. Well, I'll be honest, Larry. Like, when everyone was discussing that in the Discord last night or the night before, I'm okay. I'm not like this blackjack master. I like to play, you know. Because who was it? Somebody asked me. The dude said, well, what do you do here, Fears? And I was like, well, you would hit on that. But then he asked a whole bunch of other questions, and I was like, I don't know everything about blackjack, but I'm like, obviously, like, if the dealer gets an 8 and you're at a 6, well, obviously you hit. Obviously you hit, you know, on that. So, yeah. Vision says, I think the problem is because it's basically been too many cop calls. Oh, damn. Management calls, leaking things, noises, and his magic is too dank to be contained in such a small apartment. Damn, that's a lot of crap. Yeah, but so I guess what? Is his girlfriend sick of all that crap, Visions, and she's like, the hell with it, I'm out of here? Is basically what's going on. I mean, that is a lot of crap. That's a lot of shit for anyone to handle. Let alone Josh or two people. And I'm not trying to spread rumors, because that's why I asked you or Chicken Wizard, because Chicken Wizard, I was like, this is the first I'm hearing of him getting evicted. Because, again, I only watch his show every once in a blue moon. I'll tune in and check it out, and he definitely is a good content creator. I just refuse to watch his food concoctions, because they'll make me throw up, literally. It's just too much. Like, a fish taco sandwich with like a bucket of mayonnaise on, and then he fries it on the grill for a half an hour or whatever it was. So yeah. Dan said, you know what, Fears? If you let Josh move in, your sub count will skyrocket. True. But would I be able to handle... I've seen his apartment. He's a very messy guy. I couldn't handle. And then he had, like, that food on that green, crappy towel. Oh, it made me sick. I couldn't do it, Dan Aykroyd. I couldn't do it. So, yeah. Yeah. I will admit, Fears has been lazy, and I haven't done my laundry in about a week and a half, so the clothes are starting to pile up in my room, but, like, this area is pretty... This side is clean. That side's clean. My room, for the most part, is clean, except for the little tiny pile of clothes. It's starting to become a bigger pile, though, but once it gets to a certain amount, I'm like, all right, Fears, quit being lazy. You need to do your laundry after a week and a half. I mean, I still have clean clothes in my closet, but I'm like, that's driving me nuts, Fears. Get that off the floor, wash your clothes, iron them, and put them back in the... in the drawers or on the hangers. I just hate doing laundry, and then I hate cleaning my bathroom. I mean, but it's an evil necessity that has to be done. So once a week, I go in, I clean my bathroom, and all that. So yeah. Anyway, let's see. Chicken Wither said she was fighting with him and yelling a lot, but I don't know if that's the only reason. Well, see, that's not good too. So with all the stuff that Visions wrote with the cop calls and the management calls and things being leaked on the internet, I mean, that's a bunch of crap. And then obviously fighting is not good, Whether it's, fighting in general is not good. Whether it's verbal fighting or fist fighting. Fist fighting especially. You don't want to hit a woman, because in my eyes, you're not a man if you hit a woman, But fighting in general, verbal fighting, shouting, yelling, screaming, that's not good. And then obviously fist fighting is not good, By the way, did you guys take my advice and check out Bruce Lee's one inch punch? Oh my God, it is Visions. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen his 1 inch punch? Literally, he knocks some guy across through midair, and the guy lands in a chair like ages away. And I'm like, that is a lot of power. 1 inch from your body. Like, let's say this is my stomach, right? He puts his fingertips like that, and then he just backs up a little bit and just boom, and just launches the guy friggin' ages away. And not only does he knock you on your ass, but that he knocked out the dude in the video. Now, one video, there's a couple of them online. One video I saw, he just punches the guy and then he just flies back on the chair and the guy's still awake. Then there's another one where the guy fell on his ass and then he got up. But there's one where he knocks some guy into a chair. It's either in a chair or he knocks him on the floor and the guy is out like a light. Like, he literally knocked the guy out and the guy was like sleeping on the floor. And I was like, that's a powerful punch. If you guys haven't checked that out, it's a crazy but cool video. Bruce Lee's 1 inch punch, just like this, and then just with all of his might, just boom, just hits the guy as hard as he can, like smack dab right here in the chest. And I was like, damn, that's a cool punch. That's a cool move. So yeah. Let's see here. Larry says, you know what, Dan, send him my place. Yeah. Oh, send him to my place. Larry, we need to get your sub count up, buddy. We really do. I'm doing all right on my sub count. Let's see. I haven't checked it in a while. What's my sub count up to? All right. On the main channel, I've got 2,693. And then on the vlog channel, I'm so close to 2,000. 1,482. So we're not doing too bad. And then I've got like 8,360 something. So I told Claire, I said, Claire, if you add up all my TikTok fans, all my Fears Vlog fans, and all of my Fears Man 26 fans, it comes out to be around 11 to 12,000 followers if you add it all together. And then she's like, well, it's going to suck, John. She goes, if they take away TikTok. I said, I know. I said, I would lose a lot of my fan base. I said, I would still have all my YouTube fan base, but I said, I've gotten some of my TikTok fans to come over and follow me, And she said, yeah, but she goes, what you have on YouTube she even told me, she said, John, even if you took away TikTok, what you've built on YouTube is still pretty impressive. I said, oh yeah, I said, I'm so proud of what I've accomplished on YouTube. But I said, definitely the TikTok fans help, I said, everything helps with that, I said, and I told her, I said, I would say my three favorite all-time would be YouTube first, then TikTok, and then Facebook, because I like to keep in touch with all my old high school friends and middle school friends and elementary and all my church camp friends and my family. Those are my top three favorite. If I had to pick a fourth one, Instagram for sure, because I love taking creative photos and putting them on my channel, Let's see. No, everything. She was manic all week. Oh, Lord. Vision says, I blame her for Josh getting evicted. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. But you know what? Maybe it's for the best, Visions. You know, maybe it is. You know, if you're in a toxic relationship, whether it's both people being toxic or one person being toxic, obviously they're not happy. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I don't know Josh that well. I would say Visions and other fans know him a lot better than I do. So, you know, because I'm sure he's got loving and loyal fans that actually give a damn about him and actually wants him to succeed and cares about his life and all that good stuff. So, yeah. Well, I will add him to the prayers. I will. So I got to pray for Museum's dad and Visions, and I will pray for Josh. Even though I don't know Josh, but if it'll help him, for sure, I'll definitely pray for him. Let's see. Beer Man, what's up? And then 2,000 subs is impressive. Well, thanks, Larry. I think so. I mean, what we've built, it's pretty incredible, if you think about it. I couldn't imagine, though, having as many... Hell, Roman Atwood has more than Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat only makes maybe one video a month now, because that's all he needs to make, because he makes millions of dollars on one freaking video. Plus, he's cut back a lot, because now he's got, how many kids does he have? He's got a wife, and I think he has 2 kids or 3 kids. Roman's got him, his wife, his son Noah, his son Kane. I think his daughter's name is Florence. And then he's got a new baby boy. Roman's got 3 boys and 1 girl, plus his wife, plus a dog. So, no, wait. I think they have a cat, too. So, a dog and a cat. So, I mean, that's a lot to deal with, you know? So, yeah. No worries, Visions. Visions is giving me the prayer hands. Well, listen, I will pray for anyone, buddy. But especially I will pray for my friends. And I'm being honest. I hope you don't mind me saying this, Visions, because I've had to go through it. Losing a loved one is the most hardest thing ever. It killed fears to sit there and talk with my dad as the cancer was eating him alive. And watching him wither away, it was the worst feeling in the world, buddy. It was the worst. And I miss my dad so much. My dad still is the best, was the best, whatever you want to call it. My dad is the fucking man, dude. He is the man. And I've heard a little bit about Vision's dad, and he seems like a really cool guy, buddy. And both of our dads loved fucking Rambo. Rambo is fucking amazing. Rambo is the shit. They better make a 6th one, buddy. That's all I gotta say. I don't care if Rambo is fucking pushing 70. Let him kill some more crazy motherfuckers. Because I want every single one of those knives. Every single time Rambo makes a knife, it's epic. 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 The only one that I kind of don't like, I like only some scenes out of Rambo 4, which is called Rambo. I love every single scene in Rambo 5 and 1, 2, and 3. But 4, it's okay. But he made that really, like, bitchin' machete. It's like that fucking long. He grabs some guy and fucking hacks some guy's head off. I mean, super sharp. The guy, like, turns around. What? What was that? And he's like, yeah, fuck you, goon. And just cuts his head off. So, yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, but the point I was trying to make, Visions, I know your dad's birthday is on the 4th. That's a hard thing to deal with. That's why I didn't stream on my dad's birthday, because I knew the waterworks would be happy, you know. But the cool thing is at least you have your dad with you in your house, you know. My dad didn't want to be cremated. My dad wanted to be buried, so it's more hard for me. So if you ever want to talk to your dad, all you have to do is just walk over 3 feet and pick up the urn and talk to your dad, or just say, hey, Dad, what's up? I love you. I miss you. I have to go to Missouri and go to his grave. But I will say the military, like, area that he's in, it's immaculate. And I've told you guys this story a million times, but I will tell you again. If one blade of grass is out of place, they'll go and fix it. So I know my dad will be preserved forever in the best possible way. And that's why he did it. And that's why my mom was like, good choice for wanting to be laid to rest there. So, and my dad got all those privileges because he was in the armed forces and he was a veteran. So yeah. But I know how hard that is to go through, buddy. So I will definitely shoot you some prayers all this week, my friend. No worries, I got you covered. Let's see. Larry said, Josh would be mad if you pray for him. Well, again, see, Larry, like some people are not into religion. And I don't, what's the word I'm thinking of? I don't criticize anyone. I don't judge anyone. Whatever anyone believes in, that's what they believe in, and I don't disrespect what anyone believes in. Like I'm like, if you believe in Buddhism, great, good for you. If you're a Jehovah's Witness, good for you. If you're a Christian like me, awesome. You know, whatever you're into, that's what you're into. But yeah, let's see here. Larry says instant block. If you said that, he'd block me. I wouldn't, Larry, I would never. Larry, there's some people that I would never block. Larry, you're one of them. Because I've actually met Larry. He's a cool guy. Be sure to subscribe to his channel, my friends. Larry, get that sub count up, buddy. Let's see. Have you made any new videos? Let's check out. You know what, Larry? I'll be honest, my friend. I have not watched the last 3 videos. So you put up the first Air Jordan commercial. I haven't seen that one. I need to see the Pete Rose as Jimmy the Greek, and then Pete Rose teaches baseball hitting. But I've seen all your lives and the rest of your video. I just haven't seen these 3 newest ones, but I will get to them, my friend. Larry's a big Pete Rose fan, so yeah. But yeah, Larry, I would never block you. There's a bunch of people that I would never block. I'd never block Randall. I would never block Larry or Richie or Visions or Tinder Immortal. There's just a bunch of people in the community. There's more than that I wouldn't block, but there's a lot of people in the community that I would not block ever. Ever. Shadow Collector says, Fears Senior, the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Well, Jason, I appreciate you saying that. And correct about my dad. And that was very nice of you to say that. And you know what YouTube needs to start doing? I wish you could, like, put a heart. You know how, like, you can heart people's, like, perfect example, on Instagram. If you like someone's picture, you can heart it or like it. I wish you could heart or like people's messages in the chat. I wish. They can send me hearts, but I wish I could, like let's say, like, if Larry said something like, Fears, your dad was epic. I'd be like, oh, sweet, thanks for saying that. I wish I could like that comment. So, Jason, if they ever change anything about YouTube live streaming, that's one thing that they need to change. Like, that would be given back to the fans. Like, oh, cool, you gave me an awesome comment. Well, I'm gonna heart it and I'm gonna like it. They should do that. I don't know why they don't, but yeah. But that was very nice of you. I appreciate you saying that. That was very nice. Larry says, my dad loved First Blood. Oh, yeah. I mean, what's not to love? That movie's great. Nothing is over. Nothing. You don't just turn it off. It wasn't my war. They didn't ask me. I asked them. I mean, the guy goes nuts at the end of the movie, Larry. It's great. Oh, yeah. I don't know if he was an Army Ranger. My dad was in the U.S. Army. He had 2 jobs. He was a military police officer when he was on the ground, and he would like guard. There'd be these bunkers, Larry, like on the military base, where it had like tons of like anti-tank weapons, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, and my dad would stand in front of the door and guard like all the weapons. Sometimes he would be in the bunker guarding all the weapons, and they would take it in shifts. And then one day, one of his drill sergeant or one of his higher ups said, hey, John, you want to make some extra money? And my dad was like, well, hell yeah. And they're like, every Sunday, they said, we'll give you Friday and Saturday off. So he worked Monday through Thursday in the Army, and they said every Sunday you're going to come out and jump out of airplanes in case we ever go to war. Like, we'll pay you like an extra $1,000 on the weekend to be a paratrooper. My dad's like, fuck yeah. And I remember my dad telling me that story, Jason, in Visions, and I was like, Dad, you're more braver than I am. And he's like, what do you mean? And he goes, you're a pretty brave guy. I said, yeah, but I said, I am a pretty brave guy, but I said, no way would I jump out of an airplane like 35,000 feet up. And he's like, oh, it's not that bad, John. I said, yeah, but what if, I said, weren't you afraid, like, what if something happened to your parachute, or it got tangled, or I said, what if it didn't deploy? And he's like, oh yeah, he goes, all that stuff goes through your mind. He goes, but, he goes, I never had a problem ever with, he goes, the only thing I ever messed up on, he goes, whenever you jump out of the airplane for the first time, he said, they try and train you on how to land. He goes, but it's easier said than done. And he said, I didn't land right the first time. And he goes, I think he cracked a bone whenever he landed, or he sprained his ankle or something. I can't remember. And he goes, but he goes, I tell you what, I learned a very valuable lesson. He goes, and then every other time I jumped, after I deployed my parachute, he said, all right, I got to prepare on how to land. And my dad would practice while he was floating down. And he said, all right, I got to bend my knees and I got to hit the ground, you know, as flat as I possibly can, because if you don't land right, you can really fuck up your legs. And my dad said, I landed one time, the first time badly, and it hurt. He goes, and I was out of commission for a couple of weeks. And I said, well, at least you learned, Dad. And he said, oh yeah. He goes, I definitely learned from my actions, John. He goes, that hurt a lot. I remember my dad telling me that, and I said, how many weeks were you off? And he was like, he's like, I was off for 3 or 4 weeks because I really screwed up my legs. He goes, I didn't land right. And I said, did it really hurt? He goes, yeah. He goes, that's an understatement. He said something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said it hurt. So he definitely, he wasn't an Army Ranger, Larry, but those were the 2 jobs he had. So yeah. Shadow Collector says, I think that's what the StreamYard's streams are for. Where you cab show the comments on screen. Yeah, see, like in StreamYards, like, I mean, you can both see you can both see the comments. The only difference is what Jason said. I love StreamYards, and whenever I make some more money, Jason, I think I may just forget OBS and just do StreamYards 24/7 because I like their setup better. You can click on people's comments, and it doesn't really allow you to heart it or like it. It allows you to have it pop up onto the screen, which is great. Because then you're like, hey, I love that comment. I'm going to debut that comment. Click on it. Bam. It shows up like right over here or on the other side. I forgot which side. I think it's on this side. But you make a very good point, my friend. They should do that for OBS. I wish they would. I really wish they would, but anyway. Vision said, they just kept pushing Rambo. This is true. And oh man, did those, I mean, right, Visions? That's what those cops got. They just kept pushing him, giving him shit. And Rambo was like, you know what? I may have to cut a bitch. And, he escapes, and boy, did he hurt all those guys. Once they got to the woods, like the forest scene, they were absolutely, completely fucked. And he literally he screams to that guy in his ear, and he goes, in town, you're the law. Out here, I think he says, when you're in town, you're the law. Out here, it's just you and me. And then he's like, don't push it. He goes, or I'll give you a war that you won't believe. He's like, let it go. Let it go. And he's got the knife like on the guy's neck, ready to slit his neck. Oh man, that's one movie character that Fears would never fuck with. Because if you fuck with Rambo, he will either fuck with your mind or he'll just be like, you know what, screw you, I'm gonna kill you, buddy, and he'll just slit your throat right there and then. Oh yeah. Having having StreamYards is a tool. Can't paint without paint. That's true, Larry. But Larry, have you been enjoying it? Because me, Richie, and Randall taught you how to use StreamYards. It's so much easier to use OBS and StreamYards than they make YouTube live streaming, like on the actual platform of YouTube, so hard. And I tried it a couple of times, and I was like, way back in the day, I think I did maybe like, I think my first 2 or 3 streams was on YouTube live streaming. And I was like, as soon as Pixel or somebody, it was one of like my old friends / fans, like Pixel has been watching for the longest time. So is Vision, so is Jason, and so is Richie. And my first few lives, I was like, okay, all right, I'll try out YouTube live streaming. I think after the second one, I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm like, this is so damn confusing. And then I think it was Pixel was like, Fears, trust me, you're going to save yourself a lot of headaches if you use Google Hangouts. So I used Google Hangouts until that went out of business. And Google Hangouts was kind of a crappy version of StreamYard. I definitely think Richie, what do you think? I think StreamYards is definitely better than Google Hangouts. But I used Google Hangouts for a little while. Then that went away for some reason. And then either you, Richie, or Pixel or somebody was like, Fears, trust me, use StreamYards. It's way better than those 2 other ones. And I was like, well, thank God for that. You know, I'm like those are crap. And I'm like, plus they're frustrating to use. And he went, yeah, Fears. He goes, 0 frustration on StreamYards or OBS. Then I went, sweet. Sam actually helped me set up OBS. So I appreciate that. But as soon as I got going, Richie, on StreamYards, I was like, oh yeah, this is... The only thing that sucks is you have to pay for StreamYards. And Fears, I'm like, well, I'm not going to have an... I said, I've got enough bills, you know, in this world. I'm like, I don't need another bill. That's the only thing that sucks about StreamYards, is if you don't pay for... if you pay, then you get, like, unlimited streaming. That's what I said. Whenever I get more money, then I'll just do StreamYards 24/7 and forget OBS. I'll use OBS as a backup. I just use, I think you get like 24 streaming hours free, and once that's gone, you have to wait like a week or 2, and then they give you more. And so every once in a while, I have ran out. So yeah. Let's see. I wish StreamYards had a dark mode. I can't stand looking at the bright white stream. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty bright. Like on YouTube, everything is black. And YouTube, you can pick what color the background. I just picked black because then it's not bright in my face, you know. Larry says, oh yeah, I love it. Thanks so much, Richie and Fears. Hey, no problems, man. I mean, you got to start somewhere, buddy. Anyway, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the review of the date. I would give the date, it definitely was a 9 out of 10. Definitely a 9 out of 10. I cannot wait to hang out with her. I can't wait to hang out with her again. She seems like a really nice girl, and we'll just have to see how it goes. And but I'll be honest, if some reason, if it doesn't work out, I still would be her friend. But hopefully it works out, you know. So I'm not gonna count my chickens yet because we've only went on one date. But it was a really nice first date. Very nice, super chill, super relaxed. I was a little nervous, but if I'm being honest, Visions, the nervousness went away after about, I'd say 10, 15 minutes. As soon as we got to dinner and we started chatting, then I was like, okay, this seems more comfortable now. Because to me, I don't know about what she thought, but to me, I'm like, there's a lot of pressure here because I haven't went on a date in 5 years. I know I need to change the title. I will change the title. But I was like, well, I have a couple of girls like message me on the dating apps, and I use the ones that are not the free ones. My suggestion, you don't want to use the free ones because people are just either either there for an ego boost, or they just want to like hit it and quit it, or they just want to, have a friends with benefits because it's a free website. If you pay for the dating sites, it's people are actually going to look for someone because they're paying for that service. So yeah. And what's great about the service is the one I'm not going to tell you guys what dating site I use. You could either buy it for a full year or you can buy it for a couple months. So what I've done is I'll buy it for 3 months, and then once it's about to expire, I'm like, I'm going to take a break for a little while, and I save my profile. So then I'll pay some bills and I'll let like 4 or 5 months go by, and then I'm like, all right, I haven't looked for anyone in a while. I'll pay for another 3 months, and I'll do an active look. And sometimes when you have your, they call it whenever you hide your profile. But see, once you hide it, people can still message you. So sometimes I've repaid for 3 months and I got 3 or 4 messages. I messaged Claire about 3 or 4 months ago, and I just paid for another 3 months like a month ago. And I was like, oh, hey, I remember when I messaged her. So I messaged her back, and she's like, yeah, here's my number. Just text me, and we'll get to know each other. I was like, sweet, I'm down for that. So, yeah. So, it was a pretty good date. So, but again, I didn't tell you guys everything. I hit the hot spots, but I'm not going to tell you guys everything, because no offense to my fans, but some things I got to keep just with fears, I know you guys love it when I tell you guys everything, but some things, I don't know everything about you guys, and obviously you don't tell fears about everything. You guys know me more than I know you, because not a lot of my fans share stuff on the internet, so you guys know practically almost everything about fears. You guys know when I'm happy, you guys know when I'm sad. You guys can look at me and go, yeah, Fears is fucking lying through his teeth right now. I'm not a good liar. Other times they're like, oh, Fears is down in the dumps. Oh shit, Fears is having a good day today. Because you guys watch me every day. Or I don't know if every fan watches me every day, but most of you guys watch me almost every day. But so what is Fears' mood right now? I'm in a really good mood. It was a really good day. It was a really good day, and it was a really good date. So both. All right. Let's continue on. But if anyone has any more questions, put them in the chat. But I'm going to continue on to the next topic. All right. I'm going to pull up my list. I've got... first I'm going to show you the new movie props that I got. There's not a lot of new props, but the last time I went to Disney, I got some new props, and I did show them to you, but I didn't give you guys a full, detailed look. The last prop I got was some Ecto slime. Some Slimer slime. So yeah, let's go check out the props. And then I've got a list of future props that I'm going to get. So if anyone wants to send me any of these props in fan mail, I would greatly appreciate it, my friends. By the way, speaking of fan mail, tomorrow after work, I'm going to get some rest, and then Walter said, he wrote me and said, Fears, I'm glad your date went well. He goes, your package from me should be there. And I said, is it going to be there tomorrow? He goes, it should already be there, Fears. I said, well, I didn't pick it up on Friday because I had this whole, weekend planned and all that. And he was like, yeah, just check it. He goes, it should be there. Just get it whenever you can get it. So, all right, let me show you the new props. All right. So I picked this up at the Kissimmee Con, and the Lakeland Ghostbusters. That's just one of the Ghostbusters. They've got I think 4 or 5 Ghostbuster clubs in literally a club. They've got everything. They've got the car, they've got the traps, they got the jumpsuits. They got all sorts of cool shit. And I mean cool shit. They're in full rig. The goggles, the jumpsuits, they got the little pipe that comes, out of the chest plate. They got the ghost traps. They got not all of them have a car. the Lakeland guys, the Lakeland, Florida Ghostbusters, they come to a lot of Jeff's shows, so I've hung out with them the most. I have met the Orlando Ghostbusters. They're a cool bunch of cool guys. I haven't met the Miami one, so I believe there's 5. There's the Miami Ghostbusters, the Orlando Ghostbusters, the Lakeland, Florida Ghostbusters, and then the 5th one, I believe it's the Fort Lauderdale Ghostbusters. So, but anyway, I did a donation because each one of those clubs donates to a really wonderful charity, and you guys know me. I like to help people. I like to make people laugh. Anytime I get a chance to donate to a worthy charity, I do. So, the Lakeland Ghostbusters made Fears some slime. Some Slimer slime. You guys ready for this? Oh my god. Visions, are you ready? Oh my god, just watch this. Slimer! By the way, Slimer was in the new fucking movie, and Fears couldn't be happier. The librarian, yeah, she's alright, but Slimer and Stay Puft are Fears' 2 favorite ghosts. And I do like, he's only on camera for like 10 seconds, but he looks so fucking cool. If you guys remember the original Ghostbusters, that one nerdy guy like gets into the taxi and he's like, if you can drop me off at Manhattan, that would be great. Or he says some shit like that. And there's a zombie ghost-looking taxi cab driver, and it was a puppet, but damn, was for having 10 seconds of film time. You guys know what I'm talking about, that zombie cab driver. He's probably my 3rd favorite ghost. So, my favorite ghosts of all time out of Ghostbusters is, in this order, Slimer's first, then Stay Puft, then the mini Stay Puffs, then the zombie cab driver, then in Ghostbusters 2, I love the Titanic, where the Titanic came up and all the Titanic dead passengers were walking off the Titanic ghost ship. That was cool. And then Vigo. Vigo's pretty cool. All the other ones, they're alright, but those are like my top faves. Alright, watch this. Oh my lord. Slimer slime, baby. Ew. Oozing. It is quite slimy. I'm probably going to have to wash my hands after this, but I will. Ew. I wonder how much this is going to last, because eventually, I don't know if this stuff will last forever. Eventually, this stuff will probably rot, and then I will just throw it away. But as long as it doesn't rot, Fears will keep it right over there. I think it'll be okay because it's in an airtight seal. And I've only opened this, I think this is the 3rd time I've ever opened it. This is the 3rd time I've ever opened it. And I guess because it's an airtight seal, they said it should last a very long time. And I said, well, what if I open it? And they were like, don't have it open for very long. So they said, as long as you keep it like this, you should be fine. I'm going to wash my hands now. Give me 1 second. And forgive the dishes. I haven't done any dishes. Fears has been lazy on the dishes and on the laundry. So I apologize, my friends. But I'm going to wash my hands real quick, because I don't want my hands to be all slimy. Oh, hang on. That fell. Yeah, that stuff is slimy. That stuff is slimy. Oh, by the way, Fears is saving up all of his cans visions for the ultimate can crush. Because I love when Dan Aykroyd made that can video. Do you guys see that? Oh my god. I put that on my TikTok and everyone was going nuts. They're like, I had a bunch of fans on TikTok saying, what the hell is this, Fears? Why are you crushing cans? And I'm like, my fans love it when I crush cans. And they're like, did you start that? I said, oh no. The great Rasmus started that. Let's see if I can throw this in my trash and make it. Damn it! Hang on. I almost had it. It bounced off my trash can. All right. So let me show you the next prop. Oh, by the way, Visions, you know I love Halloween. So my buddy Eric, I remember when my buddy Eric was here and I took him to like Hulk Hogan's Beat Shop. He walks in and he's like, Fierce, why do you have this orange light? And I said, I had it in for Halloween. And he goes, I like it, Fierce. Keep it in there. I said, really? I said I was gonna put the white light back in it. He goes, no, man. He goes, keep the orange light. He goes, that looks mega cool. I was like, all right, buddy, I'll leave it in there. So I've left it in there. All right, let me put the slime back. So that's the newest one. And then when I was in Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge, Fear's got some... I forgot what these are called, but these are considered money. These are money from... it's from The Mandalorian, and it's in Imperial credits. So, because the Empire was crushed, but there's still Empire-like outposts where they're trying to, like, it's right before the First Order. So you have to watch it in order. But basically, they, in Episode 6, they destroy the Empire. And The Mandalorian takes place right after Episode 6, but before The Force Awakens. So all of the Mandalorian's adventures are in between that. So there's still pockets of stormtroopers and pockets of areas where the Empire are still trying to do their thing. And then everyone's like, no, fuck you, stormtroopers. The Empire's over. You can screw your little order and shit. That's not going to fly anymore. And then they're like, bullshit. Like we're bringing it back. And eventually they bring it back to the First Order in Force Awakens. Those sons of bitches. So at Disney, they told me that these are Imperial credits, which are considered money. And I got a bronze one. And then I got a gold one. And then I got a silver one. So, and they're all, I guess, all the colors are different variations of money. So I'm going to have to figure out how much they're worth. And I'll probably write it down on a piece of paper and put it over with the props. But don't tell me how much they are. I have no idea how much they are, my friends. So yeah, let me just put these back. Because Fears is OCD about that. They got to be in the right area. Oh yeah. I feel like... Oh, no, and I got one more. I got... Hang on, where is it? I thought there was 4 that I got. I thought there was another silver one I got. The gold one, the bronze one, the silver one. I guess it was just those 3. I thought there was 4. And then I got this at the convention. The Kissimmee one. This is from Ghostbusters Afterlife, my friends. When Podcast was trying to, it's that demon whistle, and it looks like this. Somebody made this for me. It's all 3D printing, so it's a 3D replica of the demon whistler from Ghostbusters Afterlife, and you blow on it right here. Let's see if I can do it. So it kind of sounds like that in the movie. Oh, there is a 4th one. Right here. I'm sorry. Right there. So 2 silvers, a gold, and a bronze. There was a 4th one. Excuse me. So I got that at the convention. And then when me and Randall went to... Randall had never been to the Titanic exhibit. So I took him one day. And I bought a fake replica of the Heart of the Ocean. Rose's necklace, so I got that. And then, here, let me put that back. And then last Christmas, I got Rambo's dog tag. Oh, yeah. Check this out, Visions. Right there. John Rambo. Oh, wait, it's upside down. Hang on. John Rambo. John Rambo, motherfucker. That's right. Here, I'll fix these props after I'm done with the stream. And then the last prop that I got was at Disney. And I'm planning to get a lightsaber. The Fears saber. But I can't just have any saber. Eventually I'm going to get a Darth Vader saber with the red beam. But Fears will always like, you know, the light side a lot better. Now don't get me wrong. I like the dark side. But for my first lightsaber, Fears, you know, I love Fears, man. So I love blue and yellow. Check this out. Fears got a yellow lightsaber kyber crystal. So this crystal is going to go into my future lightsaber. Oh, yeah. Let me fix this real quick. They gave me a little stand. So it comes with this. And it goes in here like that. And then you just put it on just like this. Just like that. But let's see what I do is I take this off. And whenever I'm showcasing it and people come over to my house, I just take this and I stick it like this. And then I just put it like that so everybody can check it out. And then I just put it like this. So I just put it just like this. And then I put this right behind it. So it'll stay just like that until Fears gets the yellow lightsaber. Yeah, buddy. That's happening. That's happening. All right. Let's see. What else? I think. Oh, and then this is really cool. This ain't really a prop, but it's Super Retro COD. I got this signed by they're not on it, but there's two people that are really I think one lady, her name was Nancy, and I think the other guy's name was Chuck. I think, because I can't really, their signature is kind of scribbled on there, so I can't really read what they wrote. Oh no, it's to John from Terry, and so the woman's name is Terry, and I think her husband's name is Austin. It kind of looks like Austin. I think it's Austin. But her name's Terry. They're like best friends with like Michael J. Fox, and they run his charity, the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's, and I donated like a bunch. I donated like, whenever you guys see the vlog, I donated a bunch of, I don't remember how much money I donated, but I donated a lot. And so I forgot, I had already gotten this like ages ago, and they said, oh yeah, they said, we'll sign your DVD. They said, because they're in this, well, it's not really a movie, it's a documentary, but documentary, whatever. And I said, yeah, I forgot to bring it. So on the next day of Super Retro Con, I said, you know what? I'm just going to buy a new one and just sign it. And she goes, oh, well, why have two? I said, well, one I'm going to watch. I said, two, I'm just going to put I said, I'm going to put this with all my Back to the Future props. And she was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And I just started putting stickers on this. So I'll show you guys that in a minute. So they signed it there, and then they signed it twice. They signed it right there. And then they signed it right there. And have a good one, John, Austin, and Terry. I think his name is Austin. I can tell that she wrote Terry, but he scribbled his name so like hardcore, it looks like Austin. So if your name isn't Austin, I apologize. Anyway, so I put that right there with all the Back to the Future stuff. So yeah, and then I recently started putting some cool stickers on this. So check out these bad boys. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pizza Hut, Florida, Toy Shows and Expos, Super Retro Con, the American flag, a bunch of comic book things, a movie. I got that at the movie theaters. That's from Super Retro Con. Retro Rats is one of the best nerd stores I've ever been in Florida. Check it out. Retro Rats. Check them out, you guys. Be sure to check out their website. Look, there's all their information right there. They got a Facebook. They got a Instagram. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right there. So be sure to check that out. It's the best show I've ever went to. Then I just started putting some more stickers on this side. And then if you guys look, I just started putting stickers in here. So I bought those at their booth. So 1.21 gigawatts. He goes back to 1885, so I put them there. Put another Retro Rat there. So my plan is eventually to put all these sides and these back walls with just tons of stickers. And probably I'm going to leave these with no stickers and then just put all the props on them down. So it's definitely a work in progress. So there's all the props, my friends. All right, now let me show you guys the list. The list of props that I'm eventually going to get. And these next props, it's going to be an investment, but oh my god, when Fierce adds them to the collection, one, I'll be the ultimate super nerd of the Discord, which that's what I want to be. But man, if anybody sends me these in fan mail, I'll shit a fucking brick and jump out that fucking window. Or that fucking window. Because I would be so excited. So if you want to send Fears any fan mail, send it to this address. And don't worry, my friends, if you cannot write this down super quick, it's always in the description of every single video or every single live stream. Bam! Where did you find your intro music? Oh, well, I should give credit where credit is due, Museum. I did not create that. I did not create that whatsoever. I got that from the great Lord Randall. Lord Randall, in film school, made this little tune. And the tune goes like this. And that was his theme song to his very first short film that he ever made. He made a superhero short film called The Thrilling Three, where it's basically, it's about four superheroes that are kind of mundane. They don't have really big superhero powers. One of them is Boring Master, which is Randall plays that, and he can withstand any amount of borism. He can be bored out of his mind, and it won't faze him. Then there's Semi-Psychic Guy, where he's psychic 50% of the time, and then the other 50% of the time out of 100, he's just guessing. Then there's Mr. Mental, and he knows like everything. He reads a lot. He's really good at math. And anytime Boring Master or Semi-Psychic Guy is in trouble, he just spits out tons of like information. So if you guys want to, let me look this up. I can't remember if it's on Randall's second channel or his main channel. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's my favorite short film that Randall's ever made. Like, I even love it more than his Cameo Man. I like Cameo Man, his cartoon that Randall made, but Randall said, Fears, before Cameo Man, I believe Randall told me this. I'm almost 100% positive he said this. I believe he created the Thrilling 3 superhero short film before he invented Cameo Man. I think. If I'm wrong, I'll have to ask Randall this weekend. I'm pretty damn sure that he said that. But anyway, let me pull it up. Let's see. The Thrilling 3 short film. Because I don't remember what channel. He's got it on one of his two channels. I just don't remember which one it is. Okay, so if you want to see it, it's on Cameo Man 2021. So Just listen to this intro. It's so good, you guys. It's so good. Watch this. You'll hear it in a minute.
That's me, David Down. I run a superhero group called the Thrilling Three. There's me, Boring Master. Not that I'm boring, mind you, but I can withstand any amount of boredom. And then there's Semi-Psych Guy. Psychic. Kinda. Hey, Semi-Psych Guy, have you seen my, pants? Finally, there's Mr. Mental. He's really good at math and remembering stuff. Hey, Mr. Michael, you remember that girl?
I love that short film. If you guys have never seen that, Visions, if you've never seen Randy's The Thrilling Three, just go to Cameo Man, or just go to YouTube and just write in The Thrilling Three short film. It'll pop right up, and it's right under Cameo Man 2021. It is so damn funny. It's so good. Oh, you guys need to see it. It is so good. But to answer your question, Museum, that's where I originally got it from. I asked Randall, I said, Randall, I really love that tune. I said, do you have that song saved somewhere? And he's like, no, Fears. He goes, I don't have that song saved. He goes, I just made it for that short film. And I forgot how he made it. He went into some music program that he bought for his computer when we were in film school, and he just kept pushing buttons on his computer, and each button had a different sound, and he just kind of made that kooky song. And he said, but, Fears, if I give somebody The Thrilling Three on Fiverr and said, hey, can you recreate that music in the background? Can you do that? So Randall found some guy and said, Fears, if you want this song, just give me like $20. So I gave him like 10, 15 bucks, something like that. And he said, I'm gonna keep some of this money, and then I'm gonna give some of the money to the guy that recreates. So some guy on Fiverr made a recreation of the song, and I've got 3 versions. He made one of the original Thrilling 3 song, then he said, second Thrilling 3 song with bass, and then the Thrilling 3 extended version, 60 seconds long, with bass. So here's the first 3, how they sound. Here's the first one. Now here's the second one. So it's a little faster. It's a little faster. And then here's the third one. Here's the third one. So the third one is a little louder, has a little bit of more bass, and it's longer. So I always use all 3 in the intro of my podcast. And I'm grateful that Randall allows me to do that, my friends. So yeah. All right. Well, before I go, let me pop up my my movie prop list. So I've got them saved on Etsy. I love getting props. Now some trolls say, well, Fears, you just buy a lot of recreations. I do have some real props, not many, because real props are super expensive, but they make them so lifelike on Etsy, it looks like it's the real thing. So I don't give a shit what they say. As long as it makes me happy, and I love my nerd collection, All right. So let me go to my favorites. And I will tell you guys my movie prop list, because it is getting quite big, my friends. Reggie says, have a very good night, Fears. Hey, no worries. No worries. You have a nice night too, my friend. Have a nice night. All right, here we go. So, where's my list? There it is. All right, so the first one I want to get is the Liquid Schwartz off of Spaceballs. The Liquid Schwartz. If you guys know what I'm talking about, put a 1 in the chat, because that is an epic prop from Spaceballs. Liquid Schwartz! it's epic, you know. So that's number one. Number two that I want to get is it's from Temple of Doom, where it comes in this little urn. It's the ashes of Nuhachi. You know what I'm talking about? Like when he goes, I'm gonna make an exchange. Here's the urn with Nuhachi in it, and you give me that diamond. It's out of the Temple of Doom. It's like the first scene where Indiana Jones kind of looks like James Bond in the slicked out, white tuxedo, with the red flower in, and he's like a badass, and he's got the girl, and he's like, I'll give you Nuhachi, the urn, when you give me the diamond. So I want that little urn that they made from Nuhachi for my Indiana Jones collections, because I've got a couple Indiana Jones props already. Then, from the movie Demolition Man with I almost said Arnold Schwarzenegger, not Arnold Schwarzenegger, from Sylvester Stallone. Every time in the movie, like when he cursed, he gets that little violation where it spits out one of those tickets and it says, you were fined 1 credit for using foul language, and he pulls out that little slip that says 1 credit, a demerit or whatever, and he gets that little red and white paper. Well, someone made a recreation of that morality. It's a morality violation for swearing, and I thought, oh, I've got to get one of those for the movie prop shelf, because I love Demolition Man. Wait, what's up, J-Man? He says, what's going on, buddy? I didn't know what that skull was in the picture I sent. You should have got it, Larry. That's one of the Indiana Jones props from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Did you buy that, Larry? Did you buy that? You said you got that at a thrift store, right? You said you bought that from a thrift store? Larry, if you don't want that, mail it to me, because I love Indiana Jones. That's a straight up prop. It's a recreation, obviously, but Larry, did you buy that? If you don't, go back and get that, and please send it to me, buddy. You would be the ultimate fucking fan if you sent that to me, buddy. Oh my God. Because I want that. Because they sell that at Disney. Whenever I bought the headpiece to the Staff of Ra that I showed you guys, the fucking skull was right next to it. They wanted like $250, and I was like, no! Leave me alone! Too much monies. I'm not paying for that shit. Eventually, maybe I will, but not anytime soon. So, yeah. Oh, Larry, go back and buy it, buddy. Please. Please, please, please. Pretty please. So, anyway, what's the next prop? Hey, let me... Oh, I closed my list by accident. What's the next one? Let's see. I want the 3 seashells from Demolition Man. Someone recreated the gray... the 3 gray seashells from the Demolition Man. That would be sweet. I want the Spaceballs Schwartz ring, where Yogurt is like, Lone Star, use the Schwartz, and he puts on the ring. And they also have the ring that Darth Helmet wears, so I definitely want both those rings at some point. They have all 3 of the Shankara stones on Etsy too, so I definitely want that. And then, let's see, what's the next one? The Goonies map, I definitely want. Because one of these days, I'm going to hang out with Visions. And Visions, one of these days, I am bringing that Goonies map. And we're going to go check out all the Goonie locations, my friend. Because Visions lives... You said, Visions, how far away? I don't know if Visions is still watching. You still watching, Visions? I know you said you live like 30 minutes away from those Goonie locations. 30 or 35 minutes, something like that. And I was like, oh, dude, we should totally go. So, that's definitely on the list. And then, let's see, what else is on the list? Let's see, what's the next one? Let me scroll down here. I'm not going to explain them all, but pretty much I put Rambo knives 1 through 5 because I don't have any Rambo knives. So I said Rambo knives 1 through 5. And that's pretty much it so far that I got. So those are next on the to-do list. But if I find if I find a prop worthy of buying first, then of course I'll buy it. But yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Well, I was close, Visions. I said 35 minutes. You said you're 1 hour from Astoria. That is so awesome, dude. So awesome. I'm telling you, man. One of these days. Well, Fears has already got the Indiana Jones hat because I swear. I don't care if you're in it, Visions. I'll let you film it if you want. Fears is gonna run out of that fucking jail, just like the Fratellis, and he looks back. And then he puts on his fucking hat, and then he goes up to someone's car, and he's like, the lock, and he's like, let go of the handle. He's like, I don't have the handle, open the lock, I've got to recreate that, so if we drive in your car, Visions, we'll recreate it with your car. And then they get in the car, and they sped off to the left, and they go around that corner, and then down the fucking, they cut to the left, go all the way around the jail, and then cut down the hill. And I was like, oh, we got to recreate that. And then get to as many locations as we possibly can. And they filmed Kindergarten Cop there. So I definitely want to check out those, too. Those kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Give me 1 second. Someone is messaging me like crazy on Facebook. And I keep hearing the ding go off. So give me 1 second. I want to see who's messaging me. Oh, it's Lord Randy. Yes, I am up, Randy. Well, let me call Lord Randy. I didn't know he was trying to get a hold of me. Give me 1 second. I'll get back to Goonies in just a second. Give me 1 second. Hell yeah, Larry. Goonie Hunt is happening someday. I don't know when, but someday. Randy's probably calling me, wondering how the date was. Randall.
Hello.
Lord Randall, how art as thou?
Lord Pierce, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you now.
Oh, well, you said how the date was.
Oh, I was telling everybody how my date went. I'm live streaming right now.
Oh, okay.
Randall, did you go to karaoke tonight?
Yes, I did.
Okay, here, come on camera real quick.
All right.
Yeah. So I want details, buddy. How was the karaoke night, my friend?
It was pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice. All right. Oh, dude, I like the new threads, man. Oh, nice, buddy.
These aren't new.
Well, I've never
like 3 or 4 years old.
I've never seen these, Randall. I've never seen it, so they're new to me. I like that shirt. Randall, you should rewash that shirt and wear it this weekend whenever I come to hang out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So rewash that shirt, get it ready for this weekend because I want to see you wear that shirt this week. That's a nice shirt, buddy. I like that.
Yeah, I just I made $6.50 off of
nice
Red Bull, so I'm gonna put that in my little.
So you got a Red Bull and $6. Nice.
No, I got a Red Bull that was worth $6.50.
Oh, so how much tips did you get from doing magic? 0?
Yeah, 0. But I mean, like,
at least it was still a good night, though. You said.
Met a lot of cute ladies.
Nice.
With them. Yeah.
Nice. Well, Randall, I hung out with a cute lady today, so it went very.
All right. How did that go?
It went very well. Very well.
Right.
The only kind of bummer thing is she's not into YouTube and social media. So I don't think we'll be seeing Claire in a vlog anytime soon.
Oh no.
But I told the fans, I'm like, maybe that's a good thing, Maybe it's a blessing in disguise because what some of the haters did to Casey,
Yep.
Because they didn't really bother Casey a lot. They just kind of wrote her a couple of times on Facebook telling her outlandish crap that wasn't nowhere near true.
Yep.
I don't remember. I never saw the messages, but I remember Casey. We were hanging out one day, and she's like, "Yeah, John, they said that." Like, she just told me some of the stuff they told her. Like, yeah, they said, "Oh, John's the worst. He hits women. He's killed children. You know, he made a woman go insane, and she committed suicide." And I'm like, Casey, that is the biggest crap I've ever heard of in my life. I said, I didn't kill anyone. I never did anything wrong to a kid. I said, I didn't rape anyone. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I'm like, all that is crap. Mm-hmm. And I don't. She told me a bunch of shit. That's just some of the stuff that I remember. And I was like, yeah, that's all crap. I'm like, that's just bullshit. And so I kind of gave her a heads up. So I said, she's like, well, I don't want anyone finding out where I live, John. I don't want anyone, like, and I said, I don't think they would do that to you. I said, I think the reason why they found out about my exes is because I said, I uploaded a photo one day of me and my ex hanging out, and I saved it off of her Snapchat, and it had her last name in her Snapchat, and then, I mean, that's all they need. They need the first and last name, and then they just Googled, I'm sorry, they didn't Google, they found out her Facebook page, and then they wrote her a bunch of crap, you know?
Yeah.
So, I was like, I'm just giving you a heads up, Claire, so I said, I hope they don't do anything to you. I said, I know we're not boyfriend and girlfriend yet, but I said, I'm just going to give you a heads up if we do get involved.
Yeah.
I hope nothing catastrophic happens. I said, if anyone does write you, just block them. And she goes, oh, I will. And she's like, I like to watch movies, but she's like, she goes, I only have a little bit of social media, John. I'm not going to tell everyone what social media she has. But she goes, I barely check my social media. She goes, I'll check it here and there, and I'll do a couple of posts, you know, here and there, but that's it. And I said, do you ever watch YouTube? She goes, yeah. She goes, I watch YouTube occasionally. She goes, there's some people that I follow and enjoy their videos, but she goes, I would have no interest in, like, being in a video. She goes, I'll watch your videos. And I said, well, listen, I gave her my 2 links, and I said, if you ever want to be in a video, I said, maybe you would change your mind about being in a vlog or something after you see my content. And she's like, maybe. She goes, doubtful, but I was telling the fans, maybe it's a blessing in disguise, Randall, that I keep that separate, you know? Like, you know, because I don't want what they did to Casey to this girl, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't even want it to happen to Casey, you know? If I'm being honest, you know, I wouldn't want to put that on anyone, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. So how was the rest of your day? What else did you do, buddy?
Not much else.
Excuse me. No work on Fears Man today? Nothing? Nada? Zippo?
I woke up really late today, and I really wanted to get up early because I had my writer's trip today, but
Randall, do you see my face?
I went to sleep at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up at 7:30. I was like, I don't feel good at all, so I did not go.
Randall, do you see my face? Almost a tear is coming to my eye. When you tell me you don't work on Fears Man, tears are about to come out of Fears' eyes.
Yeah.
Fears Man is the top priority, all right?
Okay.
No, I'm just joking, Randall. Just get to it whenever you can get to it. I'm just playing around.
Yeah.
So what about tomorrow? Can you work on Fears Man a little bit tomorrow?
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I told everyone that I'm real excited. I can't wait to come and hang out with you, buddy. So after work on Friday, buddy, I'm going to get some sleep, and then I will probably head out to your place at around anywhere between 2 in the afternoon and 4. And
when are you coming?
This Friday.
Okay.
So I'm going to stay all of Friday and maybe a little bit of Saturday, and either I'll leave Saturday night or I'll come back to my house on Sunday morning. I haven't decided.
Yeah.
But we're definitely going to get to that. I know you said you wanted to take me to that burger joint because you said you've never ate there, but you said
we're going to the Chinese food place.
Well, yeah, we're still going there, but the next day we can go to the burger joint if you want.
Yeah.
Or we can go to the burger joint for lunch, and then we can go to the Chinese restaurant for dinner, whatever. You know, because I'm going to try and head out a little early, or as early as I can.
Uh-huh.
So we can go to the burger joint for lunch, because you said you've never ate there, but you said you've heard good reviews on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, and what's that? Oh wait, don't tell. Actually, don't tell the place because I don't want people calling that restaurant and doing God knows what.
Yeah.
But yeah, buddy, we'll definitely try the burgers out. I know we want to go to the Chinese, and then you said you wanted to hit up the mall because your mall is fantastic. I mean, my mall around where I live, it's okay, but your mall,
I like the mall better. Your
got,
mall has 2 levels and has a lot more stuff to do.
You like my mall better?
Yeah.
I don't know, Randall. I like yours a little bit better, if I'm being honest.
Yours has 2 levels and has way more.
It does have 2 levels, Randall. But here's the thing. That's like the closest mall to me, and my closest mall is like an hour and a half away from me, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's awesome when I go there to FYE and all my other favorite stores, but I'm like, oh, God, it's going to be an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back. But your mall is like pretty close to your house, so that's why I like yours. Plus, they've got more nerdy stores at your mall. There's only like 2 nerdy places in my mall. You got FYE, and then there's a I think it's called the Nerd Location or something like that. I can't remember the name. It's Nerd something. It's like a nerd shop, but there's only 2 nerd shops in my mall, and there's like in your mall there's like 3 or 4 stores that's like that sells all the nerdy stuff that I like. So I'm like, well, Randall's has got more cool shit, but I guess each mall has its pros and cons, and you know, good things and negative things on it. So I mean, that's pretty much with everything in life. So yeah. We'll definitely hit that up. We'll hit the massage chairs up because, man, those massage chairs were amazing last time. You're like, try this chair, Fears. And my back.
We're not going to do it 15 minutes. We're going to go for the whole hour.
That's cool. That's fine with me, buddy, because my back turned into jello when we went. It was so good. It was relaxing.
Yeah.
So, I'll let you do the whole hour, Randall. I just need like 15, 20 minutes. So I'll let you do an hour, though. But I think I'll just do like 15, 20 minutes. But that's cool. Yeah, if you want to do an hour, I'll just sit next to you and let you do the hour. But and then if the weather permits, I hope I can go work on my tan at the beach a little bit. Because man, I haven't went to the beach in forever, dude, for a while. Anyway, Randall, I just wanted to tell you that. I'll call you tomorrow and tell you more details about the date. Or, if you want to rewatch the stream back, I didn't tell the fans everything about the date, but I told them the highlights of it. So if you want to watch the stream back, I didn't get a kiss, but I got half a kiss. I was being a gentleman. She's very traditional, it seems. So, like, I walked her to her car, and she's like, well, give me a hug. And as I gave her a hug, I smooched her on the cheek. And she didn't care. She was like, oh, that's sweet. And I was like, well, I said I'm trying to be as sweet as possible. And then she's like, yeah, we'll definitely hang out. So I think we're going to hang out Thursday, me and her. She's like, well, when are you going to go visit Randy? I said, well, I'm going to visit Randy this weekend. And then she's like, well, why don't we hang out Wednesday or Thursday? I was like, I'm good with Wednesday or Thursday. You just let me know. So far, so good, buddy, but I'll call you tomorrow and tell you all the details.
All right.
Anyway, I'm going to let you go, Randall, because I'm going to end this stream, buddy, because I got to get at least a nap in.
Facebook call me before you go to bed.
Okay, because I gotta get a nap in before I head off to work tonight. You know. Anyway, okay. Yeah, I'm going to end this like in about 5 or 6 minutes, and then just stay online, and I'll Facebook call you here.
So I just want to give give an update on some of my books.
Yeah. Tell the fans about the books. Go for it.
So basically, here's what I do when I'm working on like a story or when I'm working on like a book or a novel or something. Sometimes I get blocked on one thing, and I switch to a different book. So I've been doing that. I've got like 5 different books I'm working on right now. I switch between them. And I've been working on every one so much. I mean, like, it's been like, you know, a few pages on this book, a few pages on that book, a few pages on this book. But I've been switching around so much, but I've been making progress on all of them. And I actually might have
3 books out.
Randall, I'm not laughing at you. Larry said something hilarious. He goes, Fears, you and Randall go get a massage at the Asian Palace and leave happy. And I started fucking losing my mind. I wasn't laughing at you. I was like, oh, that's hilarious. Continue.
So I might have 3 books out in April.
That's awesome, dude. I wasn't, I promise.
I'll tell you what those books are. I'll tell you what the books are.
I wasn't laughing at your books. I promise.
Yeah. I believe you, Pierce. You don't need to reassure me.
Okay, 3 books.
Okay, so, yeah, the Tiny Book of Awesome Magic. I'm going to be releasing the 2nd edition, and it is going to have 60 more pages than the original.
Nice.
Goal setting step by step. Now, I'm going to make this book low rock bottom price. I'm going to make it the cheapest that I can possibly get it so that everybody can look at it and read it and reach their goals. And then the 3rd book that might be out in April is 27 Ways to Smash Writer's Block.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah, so if you're a writer and you got writer's block and you can't think of what to write next, definitely read this book.
Nice.
And it'll help you out. Yeah.
Randall, and my views have been going nuts. I've got 13 viewers right now, but when I first started this stream, I had 19 people watching.
No, that's good.
So
What's your record? Like 35, 36?
My record of all time is 35 people. Like one day, I don't remember what the trolls said back in the day, but they made me so pissed off. I was like, you know what? Fuck YouTube, fuck them, fuck streaming. I'm done. I'm out of here. And I did a stream where I said, that's it. I quit. I'm just going to do videos, but I'm not going to upload any videos for like 3 months, but I'm done with streaming. I'm never streaming again. And everyone was like trying to calm me down in the stream, and they're like, Fierce, calm down. And I was like, I'm done. It's over. I've had enough. You know? So, yeah. And then I almost took it down, but someone was like, Fierce, that stream is legendary. Do not take it down. And I said, okay. So I left it up. So, yeah. But yeah, man, tonight went really well. It went pretty good.
That's good.
But like I said, the only kind of bummer thing is she's not that much. She likes to watch movies and she likes to watch YouTube videos, but I don't think she has any interest in being in a YouTube video. But you know what? Casey said the same thing, and then later on in our relationship, she hopped in a few vlogs. So you never know. She may change her mind. I said, well, here. I said, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You know, I won't force you to be in a video if you don't want to be in a video. I said, maybe one day I'll ask you, you know. She said she likes photography, but she doesn't like being on camera. And I said, that's fine, whatever. And I said, no worries. And then I said, I'll tell you what, here's my links to my channels. Watch my videos. Let me know what you think. And I showed her like 1 or 2 TikTok videos, and she thought those were funny. She said I was a funny guy. So... And I definitely made her laugh, so it went pretty good, buddy. But that was the only bummer thing out of the night where I was like, well, movies are a big part of my life. And I was like, well. I'm like, if she isn't into YouTube, she isn't into YouTube. It's not a big deal. I said, it's not going to stop me from making content, you know.
All right, well, call me after the stream.
Yeah, I'm going to call you right away, buddy.
On Facebook.
Yeah, I'll call.
Not on the phone.
Yeah, I promise. I will not call you from your home. I'll call you on Facebook.
All right, later.
Later, buddy. Bye-bye.
Well, that was awesome. Randall's got 3 books coming out, and he had a good night at karaoke, so way to go, Randall. Oh, I forgot to say congrats from Visions. Randall, Vision says congrats. So, Randall, whenever you watch this stream back, everyone thinks it's awesome. 3 books! Nice. 3 books. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Well, I think that's a good place to stop. I'm just going to read the last few comments, and then we will save the 20 worst films for tomorrow, my friends. Let's see. Larry says we got 200,000 people coming here for the eclipse. Well, see, that would be, Larry, that would be a perfect time for a live stream. Live stream the eclipse, buddy. There you are. Vision says, oh yeah, massage chair time. I'll be honest, those massage chairs are awesome at the mall. If Randall wants to do a 24-hour massage chair stream, he can go for it. Oh, yeah. Larry says, malls are very rare these days. They are. Because everybody buys everything online. Oh, yeah.
Tinder Immortal says, what's the drawing stream theme? You know what, Tinder Immortal? That's a good question, and me and Randall have not talked about the theme yet, but we will. As soon as I get down there, I'll be like, hey, Randy, whatever theme you want to do for, the drawing stream, let the fans know, or I'll let them know, and whatever Randy picks, that's what we'll do, Tinder Immortal. But Tinder Immortal, remember, after this weekend, sometime next week, we've got to do our part 2 for our interview. So get some questions going, because I'm gonna mail you on Instagram and be like, hey, what day next week is good for you? Because I want to get you back on the show. I want to get Steph Toomey back on the show. And then that's when I'll probably have that Indiana Jones cosplayer on. Because, man, his cosplay is legendary. Plus, I'm a big Indiana Jones fan. I asked him, he was like, would you want to be on the show? And he said, oh, yeah. He goes, I would love that. And I said, oh, great. I want you to be on the show. So, yeah. Oh, there you go. Cameo Man said Power Rangers poker stream. So I guess Randy's going to draw all the Power Rangers around a poker table, and we'll just go from there. And then, as always, we'll just take your guys' suggestions. So there you go, Tinder Immortal. I guess that's what Randy picked. So, yeah. Larry says, oh, I already read that. Visions. Well, there you go, Visions. Randall's in the chat. Vision just said, congrats, Randy, on the books. So, 3 books coming soon. 3 cheers for Randy. You rock, Randy. He does. Randy rocks. Randy rocks. That he does, my friends. Larry says, hey, Randy. Cameo Man says, what's up, Larry? And then he says, you, brother. This is true. Randy, I'm very proud of you. 3 books? Pretty awesome, my friend. All right, well, that's a good place to stop. I'll take off, but I will be back tomorrow. As always, my friends, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Randall at Cameo Man 2021 and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Fears Man 26, the main channel. Subscribe to Fears Vlogs, the second channel. Subscribe to Immortal, Mrs. Immortal on Twitch, Tinder Immortal on Twitch. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer and Where Camp, the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. And last, but certainly not least, follow Heroes and Villains Collectibles on YouTube. All right, this is Fears signing off. Peace, deuces, and I'll see you later, alligator. All right, bye. Schnunk!